Mathathyahu. Isn't that right? Appreciate him one more again. Trying to get ready here, let them sound the cut. They got the lights off right here. Hadu. Also appreciate them for going to listen. Appreciate everybody. Got the sick and shut in. And then like Sarah and Lachey and some other one there. Appreciate that, brother. Right. That another big banger. Isn't that right? Black Ambition and Chantal, see that out of town. Isn't that right? And Nephew E, good to see you, Nephew. You've been missing on Two Mics on the Mind. Also, Confederate 48, I was told to give you a check. And that's your friend told me to do that to you. Now, I can't tell you. I can't tell you he from Mississippi. He told me you're supposed to get a check for something you did. I don't know what it was, but I still believe in you, but he told me to give you a check. What's that? How you pronounce it? Alma? I appreciate another favor. Appreciate everybody. Woman Naughty, good to see you. I called that name Wednesday night. You've been with us for a lot of years. Some people have been watching us since it was us and Jesus. I've been with Tony Smith since Jesus. Ain't that right? We done made a long transition and a lot of transition, but this is what you do at the end of the day. I'm a little loud. Maybe it's because I'm right at the throat. I don't know, just a little bit. But I appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for changing, willing to change, and considering our Yeshua, which is our salvation, which is the most important thing above everything else. With everything we deal with, we face out here today, it's more of a urgent matter to look at doing reconstruction. I sent a couple of things on social media today. I know I said they went in about how social media was the stuff they were doing in the Kibalon, showing the beheadings and things like that they were doing. I mean, our people have always been publicized, always in a demeaning manner, always in a deframing manner, always in a way that exploiting us is how a lot of other countries are made rich. And I mean, and to be honest, it's only because our similarities. Y'all understand that? No. You have the similarities of Yahushua. See, your downfall becomes everybody else's salvation. Think about it. We exploited the man. We used him for everything he was worth. And look how it worked out for us. His poverty became our riches. What do y'all think happened with the Kibalon? With them getting ripped? How you think everybody is surviving? Off of Kibalon. People don't know that. The whole drive to go into Niger, it was Niger all the other year, but now they changed it to Niger. But the whole purpose of going to Niger is not because they're trying to bring in democracy and keep democracy. It's because the European nations have all gotten together and they need Nigeria. How many of y'all don't know why they need Nigeria? So you don't know. The reason why they need Nigeria because they ran a pipeline through there. It's going to Europe. That's how Europe is going to get their oil so they don't have to use Russia. So this whole Nigeria flip, Russia hand is involved. Because this would take away the dependency of oil from Russia. So that natural gas pipeline that goes through Nigeria, they caused this ruckus. So now Nigeria's saying, nothing going on. Y'all paying us. But they right. They've been ripped and raped, but what they don't consider, the man that's trying to get you to turn against them, he's also part of the problem. See, all this so-called Kibalon relief, I'm wiping away debts. Ask yourself this question. Why do I have a debt? I don't remember establishing a tab with you. See, if you look, no one has a debt that they have to pay a Kibalon. A Kibalon owes everybody. They owe China. I don't see how you can owe other people when you're the richest continent. There's no one that has more resources. All this Middle East, all this stuff belongs to Kibalon. All this land connect, they can break it down and start using this Auryah and everything they want to use, trying to break them up. But the matter of the fact is, all this is part of a Kibalon. And it's because it's so rich. That's why they're trying to get in. China moved into Afghanistan, so America running back, releasing their money because China is setting cameras up. So you can watch everything that's going on over there. So America agreed to let go some of their money and make deals with Afghanistan. So that's why I tell y'all you got to keep up with these people. And they'll show you some on the surface and look like stuff is crazy. A Kibalon, Nigeria, can be the new replica for all of Kibalon. Once you oust the Europeans and the U.S. and you get rid of their dictatorships, then these countries can establish themselves. They can start to operate and function. Realize you're not flying back in here. You're not shipping nothing else back out of here unless you're paying us top dollar. Saudi Arabia, all these countries, they couldn't even compete with, listen, Nigeria got more oil than all of them. They don't tell y'all that, do they? They don't let them refine like everybody. They can't get on the market. Nigeria don't need, they'll never tell y'all about Nigeria got oil. Nigeria don't need nothing. They have plenty of oil. They don't let them trade on the market the way we do. They'll let you trade on a small scale like they did with Iran. They make them trade on the scale, but now they're starting to push their oil out. Them pushing their oil hurts Saudi Arabia. That's why Saudi Arabia trying to make a deal with them. Because they realize, I don't need them pumping all this oil because you guys have been going to the pumps for $1 and some a gallon. Which means my people going to be working their behind off so you can get this cheap gas. I need to stay high so my people work less and we make more money. See, everybody start looking, see, shortages are good. That's how you make more money. What you don't realize, your higher price is on stuff that has a shorter demand. I mean, that has a larger demand, but a shorter quantity. Y'all young people, y'all know anything about this? They should teach y'all supply and demand. That's how it works. I can't have 50 million polo shirts and I'm going to sell them for $1,000 a piece. You got too many supplies. They got to be limited. They got to be hard to get, to come by. That's how you make your money. So why y'all think this whole shortage thing is going? Because now you push up the market. I charge you more money to get money. That's how I beat you. They start saying everybody running for houses. Let's cut a short. They put a short and let's take the money up on it. So the bank start looking at, y'all need a house, right? Well, I need to make more money on my money. So I need to take the rates up. See, everybody's ripping you. It's business, but at the same time, they're taking advantage of you when you're at your most vulnerable point. The goal I try to offer people, and not just my people really need to get conscious and realize, you need good representation. You need representation that knows how to take that off the back of your behind. You need somebody to tell you the truth and let you know what they tell you on the news is not the whole complete truth. You can get a flying flip who run those currents. They need to make sure that white rule is there. They need to make sure their money, their face is on that money. They need to make sure if there's any money going on and in and out of there, they need to have a part of it. Nigeria is ousting them, which means they're going to oust that dollar too. Which means they're going to set their own currency. So they're looking at, they are a critical key point that's there. Y'all got it? They got their name because their actual name was nigger. They call them nigger because the water is black. The Black Sea, does it make sense that white people would live on the Black Sea? It is their belief that the water is black because of the people. But you wouldn't know that. They're the only people can sell you a lie. They can sell you stuff. You just don't know no better. It ain't your fault. You trained to look at things. How you going to see it other than the way I show it to you? So that's how you see it. All you see is that African country need to be disciplined. They don't need to overthrow the Democratic elected president. If the Democratic elected, this was bad. Let me let him go and sign it. Y'all go ahead and sign it. I'm going to try to move on. Is it a reason why these lights not on yet? We doing something new? These lights off. Oh, y'all want them on? Okay. See, what people don't know, if Nigeria holds to what they're doing, if you look, you know what you hadn't seen on the news? Poverty in Nigeria, the killing. You notice you hadn't heard nothing about no killing, the people getting raped, stuff getting burned. They have no reason. Only thing they tore up over there was the French embassy and the military base. You notice now, they don't have a news story to show you. Typically when this happens, what you found here, the people rioting, the people anarching, them people that had parade, they already got them a new president. That quick, they moved. They told them, they said, we're done. We're not, they don't care about what these people do. They already formed a militia. They've already trained their citizens that when they come in here and invade, the citizens gonna fight you. Now this is gonna make them look bad. Because once you start killing citizens, it's gonna be hard to explain that one. When the global news see it and the UN come in, now all the African countries gonna get popped and get disciplined. Notice this, why none of the white people why they ain't putting no military troops to go in Ukraine and stop Russia? That's right. Notice that, see, and this not race, just think about this. Why hadn't all these good, clean white folk who need to stop Niger, why hadn't they gone to stop Russia? See, white people are let go to do what they want to do. I'm just telling you how the system works. But when it's a keep along and the people, the same people that voted on the same people saying, you out. They ain't killed him, raped him. He's incarcerated waiting to stand trial. But he is their puppet. So they need their puppet back. And what they've convinced those countries in the keep along to believe, they coming for you next. They right. They are going to come. The citizens in all those countries going to rise up against their leadership because they're tired of their leadership being controlled by white faces. You can't blame them. It's a black, quote-unquote, black country. Why would a white face run it? That makes no sense. Why in a black face running Germany, Poland, Lithuania, Sweden, France? See that? But you always want to put your face in their countries. And these people are tired of it. You destroyed their customs. Pakistan, y'all seen Pakistan? Oh, Pakistan, they done tore up all them churches. All them, they burned them. Listen, they have tore them up. Listen, church is done. They said, black, they can't have that stuff over here. You can't blame. It's their country. It's their right. You can't. That's like I'm gonna go. Who give me the right? I can go anywhere I want and preach what I believe in somebody. That's not their rules over there. You can't do what you want to do in somebody else's country, and they push their agenda on everybody. That's why the world tore up. People don't want to be bothered. Those countries look at, listen, we're not doing it here. That's not our belief. They're not doing it. These women not doing it. They doing stuff. Women, they look at them now. We got more of them in the athletic, and what we got, more of them homosexual. They can't run track, shoot ball, play soccer without being gay. Every time they always got a butch in the league. It's just being honest. We left them alone. We want to see so many. It's just some place you got to stay in your space. Stay in your little space. That's all. Everybody got their space. Let the woman have her space. Let the man have his space. This stuff had crippled the country. And other countries are looking at it. You got Will and Grace. You got the queer eye for the straight guy. You got the other normal. What other normal? It's only one normal. What are these people doing? But listen, I say hats off to them, kudos to you, Nigel, and I appreciate the fact. See, they always show you whenever we don't have their rule, we're going to start tearing up. And what done screwed them up? They can't get them to tab stuff. They can't make, y'all know, you should have been seeing a news story, and Nigel, look at the humanitarian need. Why you heard about humanitarian? People raising money, because you know what they're looking at? They cannot believe these people are running. Listen, you know right now, the other African nations are over there meeting with them right now. Yes, right now, listen, set up professional. Yep. I'm looking at, man, listen, we're not, they done told him flat, we ain't doing it. We're not restoring him. He going to jail. He going to stand trial. And no, we're not doing it. They told him, y'all come when you want to, it's going to be a bloodbath. Right. The citizens tell them, all these citizens out there supporting them. Yes, I don't see a problem. Nobody going to fly in here and tell America what to do. What country going to tell them they're going to come fly in here and they finna make them do right? Why nobody ain't flew up here and made them do right by us? That's right. Because this is how they do stuff. They know all these countries are afraid because you look, they're toppling all these presidents. In Pakistan, they got rid of their president. They're going to have another election. Listen, all these countries overturn them. Listen, these world leaders are going to jail. In Austria, world leader stepped down. He been incarcerated, going to jail. They realize every one of them criminals. All of them need to be charged for war crime. If you support it, you ought to be charged with war crime. Why George Bush in jail for what he done in Afghanistan? And what he did in, who you brought to justice? The Taliban still run the country. You doing business. These the same people in your house when you was the governor. You tore these people country up and you hadn't even gone to jail? They talking about Trump a crook? Who ain't a crook? Obama crook. They had one in here honest yet. Every one of these people have been crooks and nobody incarcerated them. That's right. Finding somebody standing up saying, we just tired. Listen, I don't have a problem with what they've done. Much power to you. Listen, who they bothering? That's what the people, what is the purpose? This is where you mess up. The purpose of a politician is to serve the people. The purpose of the politician is not to execute their will. It's the will of the people. What do you want? You know who showed us best? Pelotas. Pelotas wanted to do what with Yahushua? What did the people want? How do you explain to me that a Roman dictator who ruled over the people went with the people's voice? And he didn't say, I'm the leader, I'm going to do what I want to do. So how do these politicians do what they want to do when the people say they ain't what we want? America on deck. Everyone in these countries on deck. People tired. People are frustrated with, we have piss poor leadership. What is it doing for you? The Ukraine war has hurt you. How are you affected? Because they have chemical, biological weapons over there. They have been working with these diseases. That's why the man been blowing the place up. They talking about he keep hitting civilian targets. He's not hitting civilian targets. He's hitting targets that they have chemical weapons there. They have biological weapons in those places, and they stuck them in the places where in urban places where people live. So when they get hit, it look like you killing the people. The man ain't stupid. He told them before. He said, I'm not killing civilians. I'm hitting where they got them labs at. Y'all didn't know America had labs over in Ukraine? How many of y'all didn't know that? America has labs where they have been orchestrating and they have been designing these diseases. China is responsible for the coronavirus, correct? Wuhan, China. Y'all heard that? Y'all know where they got the money from? From the United States. The United States was funding that. That whole coronavirus that came out of Wuhan, China, the United States was sending money to that. You heard the United States blame him. That's what got Trump in trouble, running his mouth. And he didn't know that we were the one giving him the money. So this so-called great enemy they got that Joe Biden and his son been doing business with, Mitch McConnell's wife is married to, his wife who is Chinese, who's high-ranking with these people. Her family is high-ranking in China. All these people profit from this. Pharmaceutical company made billions on it. They probably made $1 trillion out the whole thing. Constantly going back through medication, giving you shot. Why ain't nobody pushing vaccination now? What happened? Corona gone? Why we don't see the push now? People still getting corona. Why we don't see the trailers out here everywhere? Where you can pull up? Why you don't see the clinics packed out? They control the net. But you know what? They shot themselves in the foot because they wound up shooting businesses down and people won't work now. So what they got to do? Why y'all think they starving y'all? They had to starve you to get you to go back to work. People, everybody would doing their own stuff. I'm telling you what shot you in the foot. Your social media shoot. Your social media shot. I'm down here in the water. I already worked. I'm done. I'm in the lake. They showing you out at the lake, at the beach, in the pool. They said, I need this nigga working. That's what they let you need to go to work. So no, they did. Price hike. Take that gas up. Your money ran out. Because you know what happened with people? They're too stupid to put their money somewhere where they can make money. All you learn how to do is spend money. I can teach you how to make money. Oh, you ain't got to believe me. I don't know what I'm talking about. You want to do something? Let's look at your bank account of mine. It's a different. All they taught you how to do is spend money. I can tell you how to make money. You can't, listen, you can't make it when you're just a spender. How you depleting? If you're not making and you spending, that's bad math. How long you going to have it? Huh? Johnny got 3 apples. Sarah got 6 apples. Both of them give away 3 apples. How many do Johnny have? 0. These kids still count. They taught you that in school. Remember that? Susie had so many cakes and she gave somebody 2. How many she have? And you ask yourself, why does she only have 4 when she had 6? They said she gave away 2. Well, how's she going to get 2 back? She can't. She only got 4 left. So if she give any more way to eat them, she's going to be down to 0. This ain't hard to figure out, people. Simple mathematics. You can't continue to spend more than what you have. It makes no sense. But for some reason you think you do. Johnny down to 0. Johnny going to get a credit line, and he going to go ahead and get more debt. He's not going to get a credit line to learn how to create wealth for himself. He's going to get a credit line to create debt for himself. His debt going to put him further. Now he's going to be in the hole. He was already 0. Now he's in the hole, negative, and he owe money, which makes no sense when he had no money. This is what you ask yourself. Now, you guys have gone to school, and they had this little funny class called mathematics. You've done adding, subtracting, counting. You've done division, divide. How did you come up with you broke? And you want to brag on me about your education? You need to be a street. Street just simple plain. You just ain't got it. You just ain't got it. It's just street just plain. Either you got it, you ain't nobody let you just run off of no credit, you get your head buzzed. You don't pay up these 400 that you keep going, you continue to be. They teach you how to be a failure. You fail, file bankruptcy, start you back over. They get you on a trend. See, bankruptcy was set up for Caucasian people. Welfare was set up for Caucasian people. I ain't mad on them. It's called, I'm going to look out for my people. Okay? That's what it's called. I'm going to look out for my people because my people are bad business people. Okay? So they set up stuff, welfare, to make sure if one of them failed because of bad decision, I have some assistance. Affordable housing. They set all these things up. Lower interest rate. This is so you can continue to allow the white race to evolve and survive. It's not for you because you're not white, and it's not for your survival. You're just, quote unquote, they call it, you're just lucky. They don't need to know that. Don't worry about it. Keep doing what you're doing. Must be nice to go to sleep and be dead broke and then when you wake up, ain't nothing going to change. Because they hadn't taught you nothing. But, you know, I blame all of you guys because you don't listen. A lot of times you don't listen. Some of y'all, you don't listen. Y'all not good listeners and pay attention. How did you learn math and you came up broke? That don't make sense. How did they teach you math? And you get these kids. They taught you 1, 2. They told you how to make 2. They told you how to make 4. 2 and 2 is 4. They doing it. Then they taught you how to subtract. Then they taught you how to multiply and divide. How are you broke? Okay, here we go. So is it really the schooling? Because you playing with numbers on paper, then when you see numbers on dollar bills, you can't put that together. Oh, I know. You can give me the square root of it right quick, can't you? Oh, they can give it to me. Can't you give me the square root? Let's get to the root of your problem. Stupidity. You trusted a system that ain't designed for you. Don't you know they knew that the education system had failures to it? Most of y'all people don't listen. When you deal with academic, this is the problem you have. You're dealing with theoretics. It's all theoretical. It's actually not proof. It's theoretical. Is theoretical proof? No. Listen, I just let y'all run on. Listen, you owe these people a lot of money for your college. If I was you, I'd get up and fight me for it. I'll fight me for that stuff. Listen, you still paying on something that really hadn't proven itself out to you. You got out here and found yourself on job with people that have less education with you and make more than you. And you so proud of that paper. They only taught you enough. They taught you how to just float through a system. But listen, I ain't mad at white people. Listen, they set it up to listen. I'm running you through a system other people got to go through. You still going to make it. It's for them. I don't blame it. All I'm trying to tell y'all, why don't you try to set up a system for yourself, give you some type of equality? A lot of your violence, a lot of your destruction, a lot of your failure is due to you don't have anything to try to set something up for you. You've never been taught to set up nothing for yourself. Roth IRA, all these other retirement, they don't teach you that. You just leave in the hands of the job. After you work so long, I just know I can retire 65. White people don't set their life up no foolishness like that. They can't count on 65. They're trying to walk out in their 50, late 40s. You try to make 62 and a half. This is where you screw up. You start drawing at 62 and a half, you should have never touched it. The system set up, you touch it early, they penalize. How you penalize me for getting my money? It's the same stuff banks. I put my money in a CD for 5 years, I need it in 3 years. It's my money. How you penalize this? How you convince me that? I want you to hold, I want you to hold that $20 for me till next week. I come back, something happen. Oh shoot, man, let me go get can I get my $20? He want to give me 15 because I'm getting it early. What we finna do on this on the street? How they finna work on this? This my $20, and he gonna tell me he gonna give me 15 because I done came back early before the week over with. There's no way they're gonna pass. But if I have on a suit and tie, if I'm behind in a brick and mortar building, you'll buy it all day. And that's if you came early, you ain't even gonna get it in the week. Because now I need to process it. And it needs to go through the higher ups in the offices, and we'll send it to you in the mail. This is more longer prolonging your money while they make interest off of it. This is how ignorant we are. But you got a degree. You ain't gonna believe it. I got 98.6 of them. So I ain't impressed with your one. All I'm trying to figure, you ain't got but 1 degree. I don't even know how you living. See that they like that on. I take it on the road now. It's right. Any way you take it, it's right. Listen, I'm just really trying to help our people with, if you're going to better yourself, even religiously, it's hard to really look at this as a truth. When you look at the truth, you're looking at this, what you have, your struggles, your pains, your woes, your frustration. Is that a figment of your imagination? That's just really what you read here. And you know why they created that and made it real for you? So your mind has to battle two things. I want to live right and get right, but the practicality and the reality is, I'm struggling, man. I got a lot going on. That's reality. They ain't a dream. They ain't a figment of your imagination. And you know what? That keeps you from focusing in here. All I try to offer you is the opportunity to say, just think about what I'm telling you. Does it make sense? How do they teach you math when you come up and you broke? Subtraction. I got $100, I spent $5. How much I got? 100 and what? 95. Okay, now I spent 15. How much I got? 80. So 180? So you see what's happening? So what's happening to my $100? Constantly depleting. So how am I going to recuperate it? They ain't teach me that. They just taught me subtract, 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 till you get down to zero. Now you start dealing with negative numbers. Why are we dealing with negative numbers? Once you get to zero, that's it. Why are we dealing with negative from this point? See, they keep teaching you to go backwards. You breaking principles. Why are we dealing with negatives? High negatives. I can't know we did zero, that was it. Just stop. It's nothing now. No, it's some more. Let's keep going backwards. Point something and keep going zero. It's like, what are we doing? They have trained you with education how to continue to go backwards. It ain't just people of color. It's every race and color. They are beating us. These elite people have stolen, have lied, have raped us, made us hate one another and fight one another, while all they have done was profited off our back. They are the major sponsors and contributors to social media destruction to our kids and to our marriage, to our intelligence. The stuff people doing on these things, how intelligent do you think you are? You selling your morals, your principles for some views? Terrible. Just terrible. Just a terrible world. Terrible world. I put something on Twitter, I told them in the morning, it's our fault. We can shut it down. These kids can't use it now, we don't let them. Shut it down. Shut it down until they start allowing it to be used responsibly. Certain stuff you shouldn't be able to post. You shouldn't be able to post. What's the purpose of it? It don't serve no purpose, we don't need it. It's not fruitful, not productive. You gotta start teaching. Why you don't eat out the toilet? It's food. Why? Nasty. Why? Who else know why? It ain't because it's nasty. There's a lot of food there. Kimchi. There's a lot of stuff nasty. Doug, I'm not eating. I ain't burying that in no ground. Pick it up and eat unless it's a seed. It's gonna be on the top of the ground. I'm not digging no ground either. I'm not doing it. Ain't no warthog. Well, you like that smelling? My brother said, if you don't, you're getting a check. Come on, my brother said, come on. My brother just called. He said, some folks, he told me, he said, no, come on, it's too late. My brother said, why? It's some folks that's against you. They'll try to clap later, but don't fall for it. So now, all I'm trying to do is get us to a point in the place to where we start thinking rationally. We start making decisions that become more profitable for us. That's like this. This is a profit. This is a profit and loss statement. Y'all get that? If you got a business, they give you that at the end of the year. That's your profit and loss statement. It shows you what you started out with at the beginning balance. Then it shows you what you accumulate and what you lost. And at the end, it goes down and show you profit, loss, and expenses. Whole purpose is so you can look over to see how do I restructure my business so I get more profit without so many losses. How I start turning my losses back into gain. You guys don't do it. You keep it here. You just keep going. It is what it is. It is what it is. I got a hole in my pocket and money keep falling out. It is what it is. All you can do is just try. Why don't I just fix the hole? Why don't I just don't put anything else back in something that's a hole? Is it making sense? Do you need to go through a cottage course to understand what I'm telling you? People have played us. They have made you believe that you are such a cursed people that you don't even have a mind to think. The man told, if a good man had known which watch the thief would come, what he would have done? What he would have did? How you suffering your house to continue to be torn down? You not watching? Well, that's where we at. I get tired of saying it over and over again. You can make it racist, and you can make your fight against a race versus you can make a right against stupidity. Make it a fight about stupidity. It's on everybody and it hurting everybody. Get rid of the stuff that hold you back and start focusing toward moving into things that profit you, things that work for you, things work that's conducive to it for you. A lot of times we don't do that. We just keep bottling the hate, the anger. And you know what anger and hate do for it? Just destroy us. So what parts of the body affected when you're upset? The heart. You hear that? When you're upset, your heart. Did y'all know that? When you get angry or upset, it affects your heart. Can you imagine that? What's your heart already doing? Pumping blood, working. When it done like once a week, every other month, constantly, non-stop. Then so now, why you think they constantly keep you upset? Why you think they constantly keep you upset? Where you going then? To an herbalist? You going to that? Okay, you seen it coming. Ken, you did pretty good. How many you did yesterday?
I got like 3.
3. Yeah, you started early. You have months. Somewhere I see more than 3 in your future today. But we'll see how it come out. We don't want to predict too early. Just so I don't be too wrong. Just start off with 3 right now. That won't take all that. My brother said some people gonna have sympathy for folk when they getting checked. Who was that? That was you, Shayna? Yeah, that was you. I appreciate it. I know Ernie proud of you right now. And when you get through, make sure Canada get it. Oh, you thought I forgot about it? I appreciate that. Heavy man. You know what you're supposed to say? No, Cam, no, Cam. Yeah. But again, if we're gonna try to get any survivor to this race we got here, the human race, and trying to keep ourselves, people of darker hue, from becoming extinguished, I mean, we want to do something different. And we have to do something quick. Our kids don't stand a chance out here. They just don't. They don't stand a chance. Come on, Breeze. I see them. I see them, yeah. They out there. People don't know they out there. Isn't that right? They out there. So now, I got to get some more opinions. I feel a lot of more checks coming on. How many of y'all feel like in your spirit you're getting a check today? We passing our chance. Yeah, we try to keep that down to a minimum. I'll be keeping an eye on y'all people. But we do. And the reason, again, why I do speak about the financial crisis and the health crisis of the human race is because a lot of these things it affect us. It affects us traumatically, especially when it comes in on us focusing on our salvation. We got so many other outside entities that are fighting against us. Your own just struggles. Your own, you feel like holdbacks, lack of achievements, don't feel like you're really progressing. All these things, and now you come in here, you sit down, and you got to try to get this in and try to come up to become a possessor of the ruwn. That's not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible in a setting. It's just not possible. I can't take a person that malnutrition, sit them down to a meal, and they're going to be back to health. Those people have to stay on the what? Continual care, IV. They can't, matter of fact, a person that hadn't been eating, you can't just start feeding. You got to do it intravenously. Then they get to a point to where you might start doing the what you call not the slurpees, what you call the smoothies, and then you'll move them up to puree. Then you'll start moving them up to some solid because the digestive system is that tricky. See, since you stop eating, we just oust that out of our system. So now you put yourself. How you think a people are gonna starve? Because they've already programmed. Your mind is that dangerous. Your mind will start processing something, and it'll just eliminate it. You go for a long period of time without eating, your mind will just process it. Eating is just not an equation anymore. And your body will start just deteriorating. It'll start eating of itself. It'll just eat from itself. Now to give you food or it'll make you sick. Because your body has completely ousted out of your mentality. It's not even your routine regimen now. What y'all think these people have done to you? Listen, common sense ain't even your regimen. Thinking, pre-planning, survival, it's not even your regimen. It was things we knew. We had people go walk outside in the yard and knew what was medicine and what was food. You walk out there, you look at, man, all these weeds, I need to cut it, kill it out, I need grass. You want something pretty you can't eat, could never give you survival. See that? They train you to just, long as it's pretty, it don't matter if it works or matter if it's doing anything for you, it looks good. But you have no value. Oh, good. All right. Let me move on. Let me go. Listen, keep doing what y'all doing. Listen, you can tell for yourself. You see how great you're doing. This is what I don't get. I can't see not looking at changing what I'm doing when what I'm doing is not profiting, it's not working, it's not conducive for what I'm doing, and it's keeping me from hearing. Why are you still doing it? All right. That's where you're at, though. All right, I think I told you we'll try to finish this up. We'll see how you will see fit, though. Let's see. Y'all know what we got to do. We got to get a foundation. Don't look in. Beth Mashaly. Your hood with it, we won't give you too long. We'll see how it work out. But I do want to make sure we get it right.
Yes, sir.
Don't make sense to come and not get it right.
Don't make sense.
See, otherwise you can call yourself, I'm not a Christian, but I think with Christianity, The part that hurts Christianity is not more of the ideology than what it actually does to a person. It teaches a person to do nothing and wait on everything.
Right.
It does. No real attributes are showing. Just believe it anyway. No real understanding what you're doing. Just come and just pray and admit you don't know and just keep going. It don't make sense. If I don't know, I need to stop. Get it right. What you do, you got to class your kids to understand. Say, well, we just got to move on to the next section. And then I'm gonna try to. You got to, because it don't make sense to move. I don't care. See, this is what they get you at school. They get y'all a syllabus, correct? That syllabus tell them where they need to be by a certain week. That is it practical? Because they're not looking at the kid. They design something based off of their strategy. The people who design this foolishness aren't in a classroom. Nor have they taught students. They just assume if you start here at chapter 1 this week, by next week you ought to be chapter 15. Like these people give you this great plan on how to read the Bible in a year. So what you doing the rest of your time? Who's saying you don't read in a year? Some people can grasp concepts and pick it up quicker. Some people it's going to take longer because some people are going to say, I want the understanding. I don't want to just say I read something. I want to understand what I read so I become productive. They just taught you to read the Bible. How many of y'all were told to just read your Bible? For what? Because you're supposed to read it. Don't be stupid. That mean you're going to understand it because you're reading it? No. See, who told you understand your Bible? Nobody. Amazing. Why wouldn't somebody tell you that?
Because they don't understand.
Exactly. But you know what it does? I read my Bible. So yeah. It ain't on you, AJ, is it? Daddy get a check. Name on the board. Did you have your hand up saying you felt like you don't get a check today? You didn't? Raise your hand. Now you know. Go ahead. That's all. It don't take that long. Isn't it right? So you can correct it that quick. So what we want to do, as always, looking at our foundation, because we'll try to go back, who are willing, and try to clean up what we were looking at yesterday. Very important to us to always make sure that we have the benah, which is the understanding. We've operated so long without actually knowing what we've been doing until now when we were sat down and say, let's sit down and get an understanding. Now it's kind of dreadful. People are afraid of what they're going to uncover and what they're going to have to give up, what they're going to have to stop. At the end of the day, it's to get to perfection. Y'all got it? It's to get to perfection. So we're trying to just go through and make sure every crook and nanny, everything is covered. Because at the end of the day, I told y'all, Yahuwah coming back here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not right today, what's the probability that you're going to change by tomorrow? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask of you. Because this is what happened too. We become comfortable with attendance. Attendance is not salvation. I remember kids would go to school, they wouldn't get an award, but they would always get perfect attendance. Y'all remember kids like that? But that didn't strike you. If you were here every day, it's almost embarrassing that you didn't achieve some type of award. You were here every day. You didn't make honor roll, you didn't make citizenship, and they got all these different, but you showed up every day. And you know what's sad? This is us. You show up. What have you earned? Perfect attendance. See? That's dangerous. But see, the whole system, from the education system to even religion hurts us.
Yeah.
Because what religion does, in a sense, all these different religions, they more or less kind of square us off at each other. Just like football do. Why you think they got the two sides? They automatically make you become enemies. You fight against each other. Everybody can't be for both teams. You can't be. You can't. I said, that's who you want. You want Green Bay or you want Indiana Page? I'm sorry. The Colt. Come on, my brother said. He said, watch it. He said some more out there. You had your hand up earlier. You know, Kadar, it's coming. So now you can't be for. You're gonna say, well, you can say you like both of them, but you got to say which one you want to win. And I'm gonna stay at you till you pick one.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Because they make you pick a side. They force you. You can't like both sides. Same thing. You got to choose one or the other. You know what I'm saying? They more or less program you your whole life. Y'all got that? They do. They program us. They'll separate people sometime by education status. They'll put them in special classes and move them away. So what do you think the other kids think that's in the other class? They take the other ones out and put them in other elite classes. What do you think? We must be the dummies. See, they more or less program you to dislike. Kids that are higher achievers as far as education, they're not well liked because you're a nerd. You gay. That's why you so smart. They're gonna pick at it because you know what? They more or less set you up, they more or less pick you apart toward one another. This is the system. And we have to come along and we got to change that system and redesign it if we're going to continue to be him. As human beings, y'all don't see that. Listen, we're on a steady decline. Washington State, they evacuating them people.
Yes, sir.
Can you imagine? Them people, listen, that fight, they are evacuated.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you imagine that? You sit in a state, they get here and they evacuate thousands on thousands of people having to get out of here for their life. This fight is not over with. Yahuwah not done. California, they say they're going to be catastrophic, the amount of rain. They're going to get 5 inches of rain in some hours.
Yep.
They're going to flood their place out. They just finished getting burned up every year.
Yes, sir.
What do y'all think this man get ready to do with us?
On deck.
That man here in Mexico, he gonna come back around. And don't forget, Florida starts what, September, Boston? Hurricane season. It's already started. We're done.
Done.
What y'all think all the people, listen, if you look, it's a strategic plan. I'm finna chase everybody from California back this way. I'm pulling the Canadians, I'm gonna pull all them back this way. I'm also gonna hit Mexico, which is gonna push them this way. Listen, he told you what to do. He said, I'm gonna put everybody in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. He said, there I will contend with all basalt. He said, I'm gonna contend with all of them. He finna force everybody into one mega hole. He said, there I can plead with them. His plead ain't gonna be begging. Then I'm gonna contend with you. Then I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna cut you. Y'all play around a lot. Y'all gonna see. This man it's a strategic plan. California one end of the United States. Then you got Canada on the top end, Mexico on the other end of Texas. We're gonna force all them people in. Then Florida get hit. You just gonna force everybody in, and that's what's gonna be your problem, man. It's not gonna work, people. That man strategically already looking, I ain't gonna cut you off. These economies gonna fail. You put your heart and put your trust in them any day. Only thing I'm trying to do, and I'll be flat. I'm stacked. I'm gonna get. When they come down to it, where y'all gonna eat? Mm-hmm. Y'all want pecking order? We eat. Mm-hmm. At all costs. I'm gonna feed my sheep.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna go in no dark corner, get on my knees, ain't gonna pray about it. I already done prayed. Like best believer prayed about it.
Yes, sir.
Well, y'all gotta eat.
That's right.
That's it. Listen, hands down. Everybody, take care of your people. I ain't mad at no preacher gonna take care of people. My members gonna eat.
That's right.
Y'all got me. My sheep. You know what God told me to do? He told me to feed the flock.
That's right.
Now, I gotta take that jet. I'm gonna feed the flock. We gonna eat.
Yes, sir.
Listen, these people gonna starve. Listen, I know they're not willing to go that far. I'm gonna do just like Chazun. I'm gonna pay all my debts. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pay my debts. My people gonna eat. I ain't worried about it. I don't even have to have I don't know what I'm gonna do. We finna starve. If there's food on that planet, we eating it.
Yeah.
If there's water on that planet, we drinking it. Everybody got to take care of their own people. Y'all got me? I know what I got to do. Listen, he didn't put no hiding over y'all. I ain't running nowhere. Mm-hmm. I ain't going nowhere up under nobody's bed to hide. I ain't looking for no rock to be up under. Y'all hear me? My people got to eat. That's the only thing I worry about. Y'all got it? Now, right now, we ain't got to do it. Now, by the time Shema set, I already got my mindset what I got to do. If anything change, I'm always ready to activate.
That's right.
We got to eat. Y'all got, look at Ed. That's a lot of men to feed. Y'all how many cows we got to butcher up? That's just for Ed. Now, the rest of y'all might get a hot dog. And mutton meat ain't going to take to feed Ed. It's going to just be like, everybody, I ain't saying they going to be no, I'm going to tell it like that. Preacher said we're going to have these big old plates. Stop. Who heard me say that? I guarantee somebody heard that. Preacher said we're just going to be eating and eating. Stop. I never said that. I'll put something in you where you go to the bathroom. That's all I can put to you. And I'm going to give you enough. At least you can go. If you got enough, you can make a turd. You got to learn how to work with that. Ain't that right? I ain't telling you, you ain't going to lay no elephant stuff out now.
That's right.
Ed. Lancaster. Anyway, he thought, y'all ain't going to let, y'all on a machine, you put it, and it come out like this. We're not doing that. You might get like, ain't that right? You might get like a walnut. Y'all know the size of show them a walnut. So I show the folk now. And let them see that, and I want you to see that pull down ice cream machine. Let them see how that works so y'all know what y'all getting. Not this now. One of these. Are we clear? No, we going. I know what it look like. Get your eyes out there. Eyes front and center, mister. One of these. Y'all got it? Now show on that machine. Now you saw what you're getting. Let me show you what you're not getting.
Yes, sir.
I need to see it come. Look. Y'all see this in that bowl? Oh, that thing, that's a. You pull that handle, you see that thing swirl around like that right there? That's what you're not going to be getting. Okay, I just want you to know, I want you going on. I want you putting that in your mind, it ain't going to happen. Y'all got it? All right, so we know what we ain't getting and we know what we getting. I just want to make sure we're good. 1 acorn, not one of those. All right, come on. Mashaly. 15-4, listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
For whatever was written before.
Nikatab Talamadus.
Were written to teach us, to show us, and to instruct us.
So that through endurance.
Going through, people.
Without giving way.
People, that's one person. One white man. People. That's right. Y'all need to know that. And through.
The Nakum.
Consolation.
Of the Kitabin.
What happened?
We might have Tikva.
We might have Tikva. So we go back to what we had. Mathathyahu, chapter 11. And what we were talking about last night on Layla, we was talking about Yu'ukanan. He was talking about how if they believe it, it's Yu'ukanan. Just to say he already had the answer. So, what he said today, he said no way it could be wrong. I know he said last night. He said he studied and went over. Ain't that right, Justin? You got it? Don't do that. How many of y'all remember how this go? You remember how it go? Let's come with the teacher. Let's just teach us how it go. Take these in the town. That's good right there. That's right now. That's good right now. That's good right now. That's good right now. Put a check. Let's do this and go ahead and put that check up there too. You can't get us. I can't get away with this. I got to come up and start going. This man come up. Where we are now? 11:14, and we went to verse 9? 11. I'm going to go to 9, 11, and 12. Start at 1. I figured that. Let's see this. I guess we left here 11 and 14 last night. He told, listen, 11 and 14, Mathathyahu, they call Matthew. Listen.
And if you are willing to accept it, behold, he is Auryah who is to come.
Okay.
Whoever has ears to Shama, let him Shama.
So now he want to know whoever had ears to hear intelligently, that's who he wants to hear. So would he be talking to everybody? So he's talking to a certain group of people that have acute sound, that's acute towards sound. And that's what a lot of times people don't. Can we figure out what is sound? Definition. Vibration that travels through the air or another medium and can be heard when they are reached. When they reach a person or animal's ears. Y'all know, how many of y'all didn't know what sound was? Well, I mean, you probably know. Let me say this. I think we knew. We ain't stupid. You know, you hear a noise. But did you realize that noise that you hear has to vibrate and it has to reach your ears? Because now he just think about it. Who has an ear to hear? So when the word when it goes out, it's a sound. And that sound has to reach your ears in order for you to hear it. Because there are some sounds you don't hear. Like they have a dog whistle. Because certain dogs have an acute hearing. They can pick up sounds earlier than we do. Certain sound vibrations have to be loud enough for us to hear them. For them, they can hear them on a lower frequency. So it's important to understand, this man just told you that whoever have an ear to hear, let him hear. So we're looking at the sound. Let's look at some since we said. How about that's the 2nd chapter, 3rd chapter, book of Ra Shyth. Let's see. Now we're having to move because we said this now. I mean, here we go. Go figure. Ra Shyth. Three and 7. Listen.
Then the ruwn of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked.
Y'all see what happened? So this is how we understood when Yahushua told, listen. So we seen this word, similar hands. Hands. Okay. But between y'all two. Look like one, drop it down right quick. I'm going to say. Hands. That's tight. Drop it down one more time. Hands. Drop one more last time. Hand. That's tight. I want to try both of y'all. Let's try you first. What you got? When Auryah stripped the people down? Oh, okay. I know what he's using. He's using the naked part. When he told me he made the people naked, Mashaly. He told the people. How many of y'all know what he's talking about? He said when Auryah stripped the people down. Well, Auryah actually, in a sense, what he's saying he did because of their kata. He made a golden bakar, which is with the bakar is actually the olive, what they call the ox. So they made a golden ox. And when they made it, Mashaly came down and told him, he asked him what he had done, that he had made the people naked. He had stripped them. Because the people lost something because of the transgression. This is the same thing we found with Yahushua. I mean with Adam. When he stripped them down, they became naked. Okay, but here he said their eyes had become open is what I'm talking about. So let's see what our similarity we were using when they saw Yahushua. After Yahushua sat down and he ate with them, it said their eyes were open. So now we're going to look at how food plays a part in your business. There's certain food, they give you care. They said increase eyesight. Did you know certain foods? See, this is how people don't think. Think of things on a natural level. Certain things you eat trigger certain points. Y'all got sometimes what people do in eating. This is something that's bad for all of us. Man, I got to eat, man, I just went to sleep. Food is fuel. There are certain foods you'll want to eat to kind of help you come down to that level of, now I'm getting ready to sleep. There's certain foods you wake up in the morning that fuel your body so you can be prepared to go through what you need today. Your body is pretty much aligned to do this with the shamash. Shamash is down, this is what you do. Shamash goes completely down, so should you. As the shamash come up, you're constantly, your body is acclimated to what it's doing. As it come up, you start getting yourself up. And when the sun, by the time the shamash get here, you should be completely up. There's no way you should be in the bed asleep unless you're sick. Because, see, you broke disciplines. Even Yahushua told you, I must work the work of him. He said, what was coming? The later was coming at night. And what did he say? No man do what?
Work.
I work at night. So I broke a discipline. Because this is how your body triggered for health reasons. All these are precautionary reasons for your body. There's only so far you can go. When Yahushua had the people follow him, he told the Talmudim, the taught one, he said, feed them. I forgot, what was the reason? Lest they faint in the way. You following Yahushua. We talking about all-powerful, all-knowing, who can do anything, yet he realized that these people are going to faint if they keep following me, if they don't have any food. They have no fuel. And yet you got this new discipline of, I'm just going to keep going. You shouldn't. See, it's time to realign ourselves. Why y'all think this whole place chaotic? Nature and us, we all play off of each other. It's like alternator battery. I'll crank it. You just keep refueling it. So the alternator constantly keep throwing back energy to it. The battery keeps sitting back to the alternator to keep throwing me back. That's all we're doing. We're just batting back and forth. And once one of us stops, it's going to kill the other one out. If that alternator not fueling, eventually that battery going to say, I can't do it. I'm putting out, nothing coming in. The alternator going to do the same thing. I'm putting out, but I'm not getting nothing back. So I got to shut it down. You just keep going and praying. It makes no sense. See, once we understand the operation of how we work and how we need to work, you start seeing a different result. Okay? So let's look at this. So he said, then the eyes of both of them were
opened,
and they
knew that they were naked.
Hold you got. Let's see the 24th chapter of the book of Auryah. They call it Luke. 24. Tell them the verse again. And say it aloud while you come in putting that check on the board. We're going to look at verse 24, and we're going to look at verse 30. But you do a good job, though. Put one by your mama. We don't have to feel by ourselves. Put them a little closer, because I feel like you're going to be back. Oh, you put that for your mom. Where yours at? Goodness. Where your check start at? From there. What's going on in that home? All right, listen. This is what happened.
And it came to pass when he reclined with
45,
them.
he will quote, it was going to tell you that then open he didn't understand it, they might understand the Ketuvim. That's why he picked up 45. Listen, this is 30.
And when it came to pass,
when he did what?
Reclined with them.
That he sat, they kind of laid back. They tell you to sit up when you eat it. Don't they tell you that? Mm-hmm. Why they tell the man he reclined? Look what he did when he was sitting, he was laying back. Recline is laying back. Mm-hmm. Recline ain't sitting up. They use recline. We got a recliner, we just kind of lay back and watch TV.
That's right.
Look, they sat at dinner, they seats were set up that they kind of sat backwards. I know they tell you, supposed to sit up straight. You know what you said, but the man said he reclined.
That's right.
I just learned what the man said.
That's right.
They tell you the same thing when they sat down, they had what they call it. Some ham cam. And it came to pass when they reclined with
them.
When he reclined, so he wasn't the only one. What that mean, recline with them? The rest of them were reclined. They were sitting up straight. They were reclined. Come on.
He took the lacam, broke it, and he gave it to them.
Listen.
Then their own were opened, and they recognized him.
Wow.
But he turned aside and passed from their own.
You start right there. You see what happened? Another situation we had where people ate and their eyes were open. You see that? So a lot of times people don't realize. So now we can see how food played a part in the sight.
Right.
So now we look at the same way we look at come down to the Dabarim. Hold you got 3 and 14, 3, 12, Chazun. They call it revelation. It's down a little further, shows what I want, but this will work. All right, listen.
He who overcomes, I shall make him a pillar in the Mashakan of my all, and he shall go no more out, and I shall katab on him.
Stop for a second. What part did that play in Romans 15 and 4? Hands. I got one man hand up. He beat you up. Hold on, I got you. Let me see what he said. What you got back there, Dwight? Nakum. Not giving up. That's Nakum. That's comfort. What you talking about is not fainting. This right here, you come in, go be the Nakum. Also letting the person know as well. So it can apply against on both ends. I'm looking at Nakum because that's the consolation. So when you're going through, you need to know why. You need to kind of know why not to quit, but then you need to have a resolution at the end of why you're not quitting. You can tell yourself, why I quit? Because just don't quit. Okay, that's one thing, but I need to see something. Just like when you look at a person, sometimes they'll win championships or win. If they interview them, they'll start telling about their training. Someone might start telling about how they worked, or someone might get in, for a fight. They might ask them, just really been training hard and looking at. They tell you what they done. So that's the result. The consolation for them was getting the reward. They looked at not quitting the training to push to try to get you to an end of when you want to quit to keep pushing. But then the reward is what you get for the fact that you didn't. So that's what we're looking for. We want the reason to not quit, but we also want the reward. Y'all got it? You can not quit, but if you don't get the reward, then what good was your training? Y'all got it? So the goal is to get a reward, okay? Go ahead.
He who overcomes, I shall make him a pillar in the Mashakan of my all.
You see that? What you do with a pillar? Huh?
Set it up.
Set it up. Okay, that pillar. Oh, that's Pillar.
Yes,
thinking
sir.
about that. I'm thinking about Pillow. I don't go to sleep when I get up. I'll be like, man, I'm so tired. I'll be like, the more you do, she to come out of the house. They used to try to tell Musa, they said, "More, go in there and go to bed." Musa, I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna sleep right here. You remember that movie? You would let they like, "More, you better go in that room and go to bed." Musa, I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna sleep right here on the couch. That's what I'm gonna do. As soon as I get in the gate, then fall and go to sleep. I'm so tired. Don't nobody wake me up. Not till it's time to eat. Come on.
And he shall go no more out, and I shall katab on him the shem of my all.
See that? He gonna write on him the name of our all. Come on.
And the shem of the city of my all.
Mm-hmm.
The new Jerusalem, which comes down out of Shamayim from my all and my new shem.
Mm-hmm.
He who has an ear, let him shama what the Ruach says to the assemblies.
Y'all say that? Who can pick up the sound? Whose hearing is acute to pick up the sound? See, what happened with us now, we find out what happened, that a person doesn't actually hear, and that's based off of their response. If I said, Janae, come here, and she didn't come, it could be one or two reasons that she's just blatantly disobedient, or she really just didn't hear me. So that's why I say he that had the ear, which means the sound, the vibration didn't reach her hearing. So you need to pay attention to why now what's happening, some of it is reaching here, but it's not getting here. In here, where it can be processed, then you can become reactionary. You're not reactionary because it's not getting deep enough in here where it gets here and here. See, the hearing that he needs you to get is the one that goes to here, but it don't just stop here. That's why, let me see, your code said, so be ye doers of it and not, which means the vibration have reached here, but you didn't get it the way it got processed here, and there's a conviction here, so therefore you can't participate, or you can't perform, you can't do. You got what I'm saying? So this is what we're trying to get. Now he's saying here, he that had an ear to hear. So now, someone that has an ear to hear is going to be adamant, is going to be more persistent, who's going to be consistent to make sure they try to achieve this. But you won't, because it only goes to here. Y'all got it? This has a way of reaching here and here. But you have to allow it. Not like this. It won't happen like this. You have to allow. Y'all got it? Allow. So this is the problem. He's saying he that have an ear to hear, who's going to allow it? Y'all got it? Let's see how this works. Come on.
He who has an ear, let him shama what the Ruach says to the assemblies.
Come on. See that? Saying to the congregations. Listen.
To the Malachi of the assembly in Laodicea, Katab, these things say the Aman, the Amunah, and Amat witness, the beginning of the creation of the Elohim. I know your works, that you are neither cold nor hot.
What happened?
I would that you were cold or hot.
Why?
I shall. So because you are lukewarm in
neither. You said room temperature?
So because you are lukewarm.
That's what you need to drink, room temperature.
So that you are lukewarm.
What you do?
And neither cold nor hot. Therefore I shall spit you out of my paw.
Sometimes you gotta be careful about how we take stuff. Your body processes things for a reason. Your body needs no different temperature, so it know what it needs to do. Your body designed to heat it up. Why he wouldn't give it to you if he could. There's a lot of things your body is due, and things happen for a reason. Why would he tell you he would it with cold or hot, and now he want to spit out lukewarm? Because other people try to put a science behind what he's telling you. He said, I would that you were cold or hot. He said, lukewarm, I spit it out of my mouth. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Anybody ever drink well water before? Well, why the well? Was it lukewarm? Guess you should just set it in the house and just let it sit there. Those people drunk out of wells. The problem you got with a well is down in the ground where the water is cooler. It's not being hit with the sun. So a lot of times people look when the sun hits the water, Shamash hits the water, it can change some of the chemicals in the water. If you look at how they drunk from wells. Wells are covered and the water's down, it stays cool. I say you're right. These people, a lot of stuff that people tell us, I hear them. I understand you're trying to use a science from medical, but it doesn't actually work when it comes down. He designed the body to withstand certain things. Why people in cold climates? Your body got chill bumps. that they call chill bump. They're not. They're actually designed to cover the holes in your skin, the pores, so your body can stop putting heat out. Your body processes that. People say, ooh, look at him. I'm so cold, I got chill bumps. Those are not chill bumps. That's your body covering the hole because right now, they'll be open when it's hot because your body needs to breathe. You know what your body said? I need to get rid of this temperature because we're heating up. Now, if this not working, now guess what I do? I need to produce some sweat that can help to cool the body down. Everybody's smarter than the body. Everybody's smarter than him. Everybody got some scientific kind of resolution for everything. He knows what he's doing. He said, I would it with cold or hot. He said, because it's lukewarm, I'm a spirit right out of my mouth. And guess what happened? Lukewarm makes sense. So how would they understand this? How would they understand that as a man? Which means they had to have some kind of ideal about what was cold or hot, ingesting it in their mouth. And they knew when something, no doubt, was in their mouth and they just had a warm temperature and it wasn't cold or hot, what were they typically going to do? They had to. Why would he tell them that when they don't even understand the premise of what is he saying? They were going to spit it out of their mouth. Now he's telling them, this is you. Now we learned this from who? Who will use for this? Lukewarm. Hands. What situation? Don't worry about it. You were taught it. Here go one. Let's go. What you got, Dwight? That's right. Auryah told you that. He said, how long were you going to halt between? They had a problem. They looked at Baal and they looked at Yahuwah. He said, you halt between two opinions. That means you lukewarm. You indecisive. And that's what you can't be when it comes down to your salvation. You can't be in the middle. Y'all got it. You can't be middle of the road. You have to choose a side. Okay, he made them choose that day. Why did Yahushua, after he brought them through the Red Yom, he asked them to choose that day who were they going to? Wow. Whether the Elohim that was on the other side or the one that brought them across the Yom. He said, well, ask for me and my business. And you still trying to decide what you're going to do. The decision already had to be made.
That's right.
Who's manifested the work? Who's proven himself every time? Why are you still in the middle? That's why he said, I won't even receive you. For the fact that you're too indecisive. Why when you have already picked a side? I'd rather you all the way out or all the way in. I don't want you, well, I'm in, but I'm out, but I'm kind of working my, he said, no, I'd rather you be one way or the other. I won't accept it any other way. Okay? Come on, finish this up.
Because you say, but I am rich.
That's what they're saying.
And I found strength and have no need of anything.
Yes.
And you do not know that you are wretched
and
miserable.
What else?
And poor and blind and naked.
You think Trump don't know that? Him and all the elites. They broke all of them. Look at all of them. 3.5 million millionaires have gone poor. 3.5 million people who were rich have gone poor. What you think they said one time? And have what?
Needed nothing.
And guess what he told them? They had no idea they were poor and naked and wretched.
That's right.
What happened? What do you want you to do?
I counsel you to buy from me.
Is a recommendation for a course of behavior. Since I thought I was one way and I'm not that way, then let me give you a recommendation for what you should do. Did y'all know that's how you want to look at counsel? Not going to make you, I'm going to give you a recommendation for a course of behavior. Sometimes when you go to your doctor, your regular routine doctor, they might give you a recommendation, or what do they call that? A referral. Do you have to go? Based off of what you have, you had one, you didn't go one time. Come on, brother. That's side teaching. I knew when I got a problem, I wasn't the other one gonna be a problem. Prescription? That's right. Why would you say that? And why would I say, check, please? Because I'm not about to go. And he's like, are you leaving? Y'all get it? Check, please. Listen. I cannot keep affording to put these things out for free, okay? All my material getting used up when I go out on the stage. One of y'all guys go, oh, I heard that before. It's just gonna go bad. Have y'all ever seen a comedian dive off the stage like a bucket of water on somebody? Please don't come up in my show and say you heard it before. Ain't that right? All right, so we got that. So that's what counsel is. It's a recommendation for a course of behavior. Sometimes your primary doctor sees you. They'll say, they'll look at, from what I've examined and what I found, I'm going to refer you over to. That's basically a recommendation to go see this person, to schedule an appointment, and let them view you, somebody that can deal with you on a different note, because I've extended as far as I can go, or there's some tests or some other things I can't actually get. Well, based off of what he did, he's not sending you somewhere else. He's giving you a recommendation for a different type of practice, because you've been assuming something that you're not. Like sometimes people feel different pains and feel like, well, it's nothing. That's not true. Anytime your body gives off pain, there's a reason for it. We just learn to ignore it. These are warning signs. A lot of times we find out it's when we're on a stretcher. When we wake up, we coming out of surgery. But I assure you, your body hadn't just done nothing. There were signs. Your body is designed. These are all warning signs that you keep ignoring. I don't know why my hand keep falling asleep. Every time I look around, who knows what's going on?
Stroking out.
You're working on a stroke. The old pins you keep it going, your body's trying to warn you, and it's on the left side, which means this is closer to your heart. Your heart is not actually centered, but it's not directly here. So the left side, when they take your blood pressure, they want to take it on the left side. It's closer to the heart. Someone say do it right, it's the same, but really you want to get proficient. You want to try to do the side where it's closer to the heart. Y'all got it? Guess what Yahuwah do? In order to check your pressure, he check the side that's closer to your heart. Like your family, your riches, your relationships. What side you think he's gonna take? The one that's further from your heart? I'm gonna check the one that's closer to your heart. That's how I'm gonna know what your pressure. I'm gonna know how much pressure you can take. Hello? Oh, come on, man. Where y'all think to get it? I'm gonna find out how much pressure you can take. I'm gonna check the side that's closer to your heart. I'm gonna test stuff that's closer to your heart. That's gonna give me a more accurate reading. But a lot of people say, well, just use this arm at the same. It's actually not. If you take the blood pressure in your right arm and left arm, you're not gonna get the same reading, because one's a little further away. So when you start testing stuff closer to the heart, you get a little concise. So that's what happened when the word comes. He want to test the part that's closer to your heart, because the ball out of here is quick, sharper, cutting between the joint and is a discerner of the intent of the law. That's it. So that's what he want to do. He checked things to show the law. But when we looked at the 3rd chapter of the book of Ra Shyth, we talked about before, with Adam and Auryah, he got to see what her heart was. Her heart was trying to steam in herself. She let her pleasure, her desire. You know what his was? My wife. You hit it down there, it was her. He told her, he said, she gave it to him and I did eat it. So he got a chance to see what her heart was. So it's certain foods you want to get for the heart. It's certain foods you eat that help strengthen the heart. That's why he gave you a dietary. Listen, okay, let me be practical with y'all. He in no time, in no way excused out or X'd out the part that you flesh. That was the purpose of giving you a diet. That was the purpose of giving you things that will maintain health, things that will be more conducive to you and you progressing and not digressing. But a lot of times we'll try to work from an end of, I'm just so spiritual, I'm going to X out, and you're going to wind up killing yourself. I'm telling you, this is a whole body practice. Everything you do, you can't out one. People say, I ain't worried about that stuff. Bodily exercise, property little. Pay attention. What's the key word? Little. Because he tell you, so he did tell on profit, he says a little profit. So if that's a little profit, how much profit you got in doing none? None. Bodily exercise profited little. You do hear profit and little. So how much profit do I have if I do none? So how did I X out? Man, worry about that junk. It ain't gonna do nothing for you anyhow. If bodily exercise profited little. And in your dumb mind, get what you heard. Man, ain't no profit in exercising. How did you get that? But he was also trying to get a person that put their whole solace in exercise. The gain was ruwn, which was spirituality. So there is a balance. Y'all said, what you think scales are for? The scales you got now, you stand on it, and it spins. It don't actually tell you what you need to know. You don't see balance. See, our scale before is what I'm, quote unquote, they say I'm born up under the lever. The scale, that's how you can see whether the scales are tipped or not. Tip, when they did stuff, they weighed it. So you can see the way they weighed it, you can see, you can look and say, I don't know nothing about numbers. I know that's heavier than this. So now he told them they paid tithes of anise and mint and cumin and had omitted. That's right. Which was Rakam, Mashpat, Shalom. Come on, baby. 23 right quick. Come on, 23 right quick. 23. Mathathyahu, why I'm doing that. And come on, put that check up here. Think you kind of be all spiritual. Did you know you were going to check today?
Not yet.
You for real? You ain't raise your hand?
Not yet.
Put 2 up there. And 1 for your wife. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, we gotta go. I thought man finna pledge allegiance. Like, what is this man doing? So we'll see how close you are. No, he was, yeah, that's bad. I mean, you had some though, Michael. This reads different though. I think this reads different. All right, let's see what happened. Woe.
To you, the scribes and the parashim,
So
hypocrites.
that woe is destruction. That's not stop. For you,
tithe the mint and the deal and cumin, but neglect the weighty things in the Torah.
look what he just told them. The weightier, the heavier things. Things that were a little more concrete, little things with, I was going to say concrete. Well, things that carry a little more balance to them, or carry a little more, well, it's the same thing, I guess, carry a little more weight. Come on.
Mashpah, kindness, and amunah.
What he told them?
And these things are necessary for you to do, and not to neglect those also.
So you know what happened? They had the scale just sitting like this, tithes and the other one up. So even using the scale, there are some things that will carry a little more. So even about some things should weigh. He told you forgot the weightier matter. That was some things you should have done, which these would have been heavier. But when you had the scale like this. Because you were looking at the tithes, you were paying this, and you gave more credence to this, and you didn't even consider that these things were more weightier. It might not brought all the way here, but you know, you would have still had some type of a balance with it. The way you had it, the scales was just totally tipped. And that's what we're learning now. We're not trying to put some more emphasis on one thing where we neglect the rest of the thing. And this is key for everybody. And a lot of times we hadn't sat down and put no seriousness. And what we look at, the women don't wear pants, the men don't wear dresses, the women cover their head when they pray, the men ain't out here with short pants on, all these different things we putting out. But then he said it's some things that are more weightier than those. And they ain't saying, well, see, that's what a lot of times these other religions do. They'll put so much strictness on other things that these things don't matter. Y'all got it? Like they trying to push all these religions of peace. I couldn't imagine a religion with peace with military. If it's a religion of peace, why you need military? Who killing people for peace? Because all these religions are violent. Even my religion. Oh, they don't want to talk about that. All you got is a book full of killing. Are you killing folks or are you being killed? Your book is violent. I don't know where these people get these non-violent religions from. I don't know where they get them from. Everybody's violent.
Yeah.
Don't make sense. All these countries, Hindu, they'll tell you about the cow and eating the grass. Why they got a military? Why you got a nuclear bomb? It's a religion of peace. Islam. Why you need to blow yourself up with other people? Because there is no shalom. That's what Yahuwah tried to tell us. He said there's no shalom to the Roshan.
Yeah.
Y'all got it. See, when he came along with Solomon, he told him he was going to give him shalom. He going to give him rest. Because Daud, he says, a man of war, which means violence follow you. It's constantly following you. So you got to look at how you're going to surround yourself, get yourself to a place of shalom. When Solomon came, you don't see where he had all them wars. That's why he let him build a bath. He said, let you build a house. Because you ain't had all these wars your daddy had. Your hands full of blood. This is the same thing he found out. We don't actually literally kill people, but you go along and you get a consent behind it. Look at Pelotus. Did Pelotus kill Yahushua? Because they blamed him for it. He gave him to the people. Yet the book blamed him for it. And you don't believe a lot of y'all don't realize it. You are private, you are privy to, and you are part of a lot of that food that's going on.
Mm.
And you want to feel like your hands are innocent because you didn't actually literally do it. He told you, your hands not innocent.
Mm.
Your hand's not innocent. They consented to the death of it. He said, in fact, you gave him over to him. This is the thing he blamed Asu with. When we went into captivity, they took us out. He told Asu he shouldn't have watched.
That's right.
He said, you shouldn't have watched them. Who they call Esau. He blamed him for it. When they took us captive, he said he watched us. He said that he was private. He was private to that whole situation, which means he blamed him for it. That's why you have to start watching what you get yourself into.
Mm-hmm.
Hold you guys. Give me 6:16, the book of Mashaly. Y'all looking like y'all was up late last night or something. I let you came in later today. I can't do but so much. All right. Listen.
There are 6 things which Yahuwah hates. Yes.
Hold on for a second. Yeah, shame. Oh, hate. Shame is the word. Shame is the word for hate. Y'all got it? Shame is the word. Shame is the word for hate. Yes?
7 which are an abomination to his nafash.
We talked about abomination. Oh, come back down. 7 abomination. Okay. Different word they use for abomination. To his, so 7 which are an abomination to his nafash. Listen.
Haughty eyes.
Let's do this. Since we here, let's look up and see what the different what words are he rendering for this. We see the eyes, right? You know. So there's this Ramo for haughty. See, let me say that we can read it and we can keep going, but I assure you that some of us in here are doing it and you're not even aware of it. Y'all got it? So now, how many of y'all heard me say haughty? Which means the first part is done. It did reach your hearing. But did it actually get into your minds where it can get to your heart, where it can get conviction? And it's getting your mind so you can process it. But the heart helps us to determine whether or not the thing is right or wrong. It is, because you know when something you're like, I don't feel right. I feel, you know what I'm saying? They call it that gut feeling. People don't realize that's a purpose, but you need to be able to process. If you don't, that's why a lot of times people do stuff. They're like, I don't have a way of processing it to know whether or not it's right or wrong. I just commit the act. This is why we're trying to get it to further than just coming to here. We need to get it in here, and we need to get it here. If y'all understand me, the man is coming back tomorrow, okay? If you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be today, okay? If he don't come back, that means he's coming back tomorrow. Y'all got it? You guys are not ready. This is so critical. You're not ready. You're risky, and you're dangerous people because you feel like you're okay because you're here. You're not okay because you're here. We're learning that you got to get past just here. It's not here. And there's nothing here to convict you, to get you to change. And you're going to die in your kata. Now, no one has sat down and told you this. They fussed it at you and yelled at you and cursed it at you. But nobody sat down to say, let's look this over to make sure that you're not guilty of it. The man just said something is an abomination to him. How do I know I'm not committing it? You know how you kind of, no, I don't know how you kind of just know. Quit saying stupid stuff. No, you don't kind of just know. Either you know or you don't. Y'all got it. Okay, what do we find for haughty? Okay, room. So they put the W. They don't do the W. They're saying the W makes the O, double O sound, basically. Okay, room is how you pronounce it. Basically, room. To be high, to raise, to rise or raise. Literally, figuratively, primarily, bring up, extol, give. So he's looking at people being haughty, but he said haughty eyes, lifted up eyes. I don't know if they give me a lot. Heave, lift up. So I guess you look at when a person has haughty eyes or whatever, I think we would look at this more or less as talking about a person being prideful. But then he's referring it to eyes. Because you're looking at lifted up, exalted. But then we're talking about the eyes, so we need to kind of understand how is he actually. I guess for me, again, I want to know, like, how did they register it? How did they see it? Okay, so we're seeing room, but now he put this together with the So I know if we look in the 3rd chapter of the book of Yeshayahu, 3rd chapter 3 and 16, he talked about the gobahh, which are the daughters of Zion. He said they walk with stretched forth neck and wanton eyes. And then I think their eyes will be more toward where they disregard. So it's a lot of things you could do. You tell somebody something, what that mean? You say your eyes get off a signal, certain thing. What that mean, man? I'm really paying attention. And you say, you got a problem. You got a problem. You can tell the way things are done. So the body gives off expressionary actions that let you know it's something going on. And that lets us know that he saw this and he said, I don't like it. Now, in fact, it ain't I don't like it, I hate it. I consider it to be utterly detestable. How do you know you're not? How many here have been doing it? Is it you haven't been doing it or you don't know? Is it safe for us to just keep going? Or for us to find out how to, Boss, how fucking you help us with this? Haughty eyes. Based off a room, we know exalted, lifted up. We talking about, I was thinking prideful look, but he's saying their eyes. They tied together with eyes. So what we look at this as pride, or we look at them esteeming things. Okay, try another word. Okay. I appreciate it. That's why we need one another. I'm telling you, this what hurt us, and people in general, people just going, you just sit back and listen. You ain't learning nothing, you just there. And you thinking something gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen for you if you don't captivate it. I'm paying attention. He said, why would you say he that have an ear to hear to listen? Everybody has an ear if they can hear, but now we're looking again. Sound has to reach vibration. When you give off sound, it vibrates. Think about this. Your ear, I'm speaking, I'm saying words, but these are vibrations. And these vibrations reach your ear. And your ear is acute to pick up exactly what I said. Now, it had to go into the mind and be processed. So now we're looking for a reaction. We're looking for, if I say, Cam, go with me to the store, I'm looking for him to get up or say, no, he don't feel like going, he got something to do. I ain't looking at him sitting looking like this. I'm like, you okay? Could you hear me? So I'm making sure. So he has to process that. Are you going to go with me to the store or not? So this is what we're looking at now. Vibration is reaching your ears, but is it actually reaching to where your intelligence is? Because now he's telling us that there are 6 things I hate, but 7, I put 7 above that. 6 I hate, 7 are utterly detestable. Y'all got it? And then he told us haughty eyes, and we don't know what it is. But we good, let's just keep going. Elation, what's that? Grandeur, what is that? Arrogance, yeah, I can see that. Haughty, height, high, loftiness, lifted, pride, which I said before. So it's the word. Gobahh. Gobahh is the word. Okay. To soar, to be lofty, to be haughty. Pretty exalted, haughty. Okay. So we're going to try to look at that. The soar. You know, you soar, you're going up. You know, they tell you see a bird soar, how he goes. So he's saying to be lofty, which would be lifted up. So gobahh is the word. Gobahh. So gobahh is the word we're looking at, to be haughty. So let's look up the English definition for haughty, please. Yes, sir. Make sure they can hear you a little bit. Yeah. I'm like that lifted. Well, I know when he talk about the doors are arrogantly superior or disdainful. Disdainful. How you kind of look down on people. Arrogant. These are things we want to try to make sure we don't do. He said 7 are abomination. These are things we want to make sure we be careful about. And sometimes you don't consider it, you won't think nothing about it, and you can very well be in violation. Because now he said, listen, this is key critical for salvation, knowing what he likes and what he doesn't like.
Right.
Same thing in a relationship with a marriage. You need to know what your husband or wife like and don't like. Like me with mayonnaise. My wife put mayonnaise on something, shit, I'm pissed. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long day, night behind it. Ain't gonna be no. We got to go back over this because we know we don't put mayonnaise on my stuff. I don't like mayonnaise, and something's wrong when you've done it. And so to know that, so now it's a matter I'm looking at now. Why would you intentionally do something that you know gonna cause a problem? That's how I look at it, right? So then you ask yourself, why would you intentionally do something that he told you that he abhors? So that's scary. It's dangerous that you would do something that you know for a fact he abhors this. above everything else. The 6 things he's not even going to tell you. He's going to tell you about the 7 out. That's an abomination. We know it's 6 he hate, right? He said, let me tell you about the 7. So I don't want to, he let you know, make sure you don't get into these, okay? All right, come on. What else he got over there for us? So we got that, the haughty eyes.
A lying tongue.
Uh-oh. Where y'all at? Y'all take that tongue, but y'all told a lot of lies. Y'all said, this is stuff he's saying that's an abomination. And you might say, well, I can adjust that. I can fix that. I didn't realize it, but I can adjust that. And you got a lying tongue. How much has this prevented you from obtaining the ruwn hakodesh? That you've been walking in, you got a lying tongue. You're a liar. This is what Yahuwah did. And to know that in the 78th chapter of the book of Tehillim, that they call, that blank castle. I seen you later. That's something right now. Well, you see Prince. The Prince is so scared, little bit, she thought it came out here and bent in the neck. So now you're looking at when they sat and they told him about they wanted meat. He said before that, in the 78th chapter, probably about the 23rd verse, he said they lied to him with their lips. I think in the tongues, I think he said the tongue. They lied to him with their tongues. And how their laws wasn't fully after him. See, a lot of these things kind of work together too. See, what he looks at, you believe, a lot of these things that you don't think about how the ear connects to the brain and to the heart. Because certain things, like I said, can hurt your feelings. Where your feelings at? In your ear? Your feelings in your mind? No, the feelings on the inward parts. So certain things that go in your ear that register here can hurt your feelings. Y'all got it? So you start looking at when you lying, guess where that comes from? Comes from the heart. That's what he told us. Come on, he told you it ain't what going in the mouth that defiles a man. But what come? Whoa, where your food come out your ear? Why he use the defecation of your rectum? He said that comes out of your heart. He said that's where your thoughts, everything, they're going to proceed out of that mouth. They're going to come out. So you don't realize how important it is when he told him that he that had the ear to hear, that he needs to be able to hear. He needs to let the vibration go in and register in his mind, the process, and in his law, where he can get a conviction. This is where you basically look at conscience. People say, my conscience, your literal mind is not more your conscience than your feelings. There's a part centering in you that lets you kind of know this ain't right. Like a kid sneaking, you walking out, you say, what you doing? A kid do that, that's in their ear? No, I got caught. I got caught. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at how many of y'all walked on look at you wouldn't even think you just caught and it scared the piss out of them. They get scared because that conviction, it ain't up in there, it's in here. There's a conviction knowing something's gonna happen. I got caught, I'm in trouble. You start processing it. And that's what we gotta try to fix now before we get to that point. Y'all got it? Believe, Adam and Auryah did it. What you think they did the reason they went in here? Yeah, it went to the ear. Did they come? It didn't register in him. I heard it, and listen, that ain't for me to come. That's not the sound for me to come. He told me, I called him, he said, I hid myself. He let him know he wasn't coming. See, when you got an ear to hear for him, then you'll come to it. He even told the people, he said, you won't come to me that you might be saved because you don't have an ear to do it. And these are things we need to practice. Listen, how long, let's just be practical. How long have y'all got something? Don't give me your actual date. You do it for yourself. How long you been coming here and you still wrestling and toying with the same stuff? How long before you actually really mature till you stop doing things that's basically that's hurting you? It's gonna put you in Sheol. You know how dangerous that means? You're hearing, but you're really not hearing with the intent to do it. And you keep trying to say, well, okay, but at least I'm coming. That's not an effort. Coming is one part about it. When you start to process it, where you get it and you start to acclimate to it, you know what I'm saying? You start to allow them to adjust to what you're being given to do. You guys aren't making any changes. You guys are doing the same thing. And it's years of the same thing. So you got to get past just sitting in these seats and just letting it hit here. It needs to get to where you can process it. Look at this. This man is coming back tomorrow. He could very well come back this later, and you are not ready. What's going to change between now and him coming if he comes back in a few hours and if he come back tomorrow? What are you going to have to do? I mean, you got to get drastic. Let's just be honest. You're not that person. Then you got to ask yourself, what has convinced you that he's not? What has convinced you that you okay, even though you know for yourself, you're not saved? You don't have the ruach hakodesh. This is scary that you're okay with it, that you can say, well, I mean, it come out. I mean, it is what it is. I just ain't ready. Let me tell y'all something. You got to do a crash course. Well, man, you got to go through and get as much as you can quick and start going through process what I need to get rid of. You got to do just like he told him he had the wicked, the servant, the Russian servant.
That's right.
And you got to start adjusting your bill.
Yes,
quick.
sir. That's right.
It's time for you to go through and start looking at, I need to get rid of that.
Yep.
I got to, listen, cut it short. I don't want to leave it over your head. I don't need it over my head.
That's right.
And he came back. That's when his master.
Yes, sir.
He let him know you did a real shrewd job. Right?
Yes, sir.
A real shrewd. He was witty. He made it quick. I got to get rid of the debt. I got to cut this quick because we realize time's short.
Yeah.
Even Yahuwah told you, he said he's going to short work Yahuwah going to do. Why are you going to tell us to short work? I got to. He said, I got to cut it short. That's the only way it's going to work. What would the purpose y'all think he tell y'all about the servant that went around and started cutting everybody's bill? And it was still right. All I did when you owe $200, give me $125.
That's right.
That's your new bill.
That's right.
She's good. She gonna tell her, so I still owe this. That's done. $125.
That's right.
I gotta cut it. Time's short.
That's right.
I gotta give an account, so I gotta cut your bill. Ain't no once she paid $125 on a $200 bill. That means you still got a debt.
Yeah.
That's what Yahushua did. He cut the debt.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Well, the process, this is what you got to do. You got to cut this stuff out, people.
Yes.
Look at where you have too much debt. Your debt load is too heavy. There's no way you can get from under where it is. You got to start cutting this debt you got. Financial, look, in the real world that we live in, which the bar is a real world, it overrules this. You just don't see it because you typically deal with what you see. You sit here, how does it work when your debt load is too heavy? You can't do it. You crash. You know what you got to do? You got to start lying. You got to start faking. You got to start putting stuff on. There's urgent stuff. So guess what's happening now? You got so much debt load with him. Guess what you're doing? You're a liar. You're a liar. It's too strenuous. You have too much on you. Now you got to start faking it. And you don't realize it doesn't work. That's what he was trying to show you in the natural world. It doesn't work when your debt load is too heavy. It's going to crash you. It doesn't allow you to focus. It doesn't allow you to stay conscious of things. You just have to manipulate. And you can't manipulate the word because he got you. Why do you think he put us in the debt load? How many of y'all got heavy debt loads? Heavy debt load. How many of y'all heavy debt load working out for you? You good. What does heavy debt load make you do? What does heavy load? Somebody help me. What does heavy load make? What stress? Who? You can't focus. People, anybody else? Do what? I get depressed. Who else? Anybody else? Y'all ain't teaching ladies. What's that? To make you date Dwayne. Hold on, no, we're not doing it. Come on, put it. No, come on. No, they said okay. Oh, yeah. It's a cute. I thought no, that's mess with it. What is with it? So working hard gives you how much time for other things? That's where we at. This is what society have done. Anything you want. You can't afford it, Lee. You can get one. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can get it. Don't worry about it. You good? I mean, you want another one? Here you go. Here you go. I'm gonna need you to pay $6 million for all that. Real time. Now, guess what he got to do now? We got service. We got service. That man got to look at that debt. He got a $6 million debt over his head because I gave it to him. And really, it ought to be on me because I knew I purposely overloaded him with this. Now, he got to just hold the word coming, what he got to do, because we got to do this. Listen, y'all, it's time for us to put everything aside and just quit everything and just serve Yahuwah. This what Lee think about? Lee got $6 million of debt in his hand, got to be paid. And then note coming up. And Lee, where he finna, let's just put everything down and just stay focused. We just got to focus on him over everything. That's not possible. I purposely loaded this man down so he can't. This is what society does to us. And you guys don't see it. They overload our kids. They stress us with so many things. The kids are stressed. Listen, we went to school. Only thing they had to do was hope you didn't fail that test. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them get no call home. These kids deal with real life stress issues that we didn't even have. School was real for us. We had stuff. This is a whole nother animal. It's a whole nother, which put what? More on the parents. They got more involvement from you, more stuff on you. Look, call it, hey, well, listen, two things we looking at, we finna get them out of the school system. Which means you finna have to move, or you finna have to drive a long way finna put you out, and you gotta be at work, and you still got bills. I gotta drive 50 miles out of the way because it's the only system that'll take you. And I'm on eggshell because you screw up here, this is the last one. And preacher just said, listen, y'all, I don't care what you're dealing with. I don't care what's going on in your life. You just got to focus. Is this practical? This is not practical. So you see why we have to look at why we got to adjust things that we do from our health, from our financial decision, because they impact you here. And that's purposely. On Saturday, it's more stuff going on than ever been going. Some of y'all look for a new job. Listen, this job got everything you need, but you're going to have to work on Saturday. You say, oh, my goodness. What if I come in Sunday? They say, we ain't even almost Sunday. Well, I'll come in open and cover. Yeah, we don't even want nobody on the property. We got the Lawrence County shut down everything. The building will blow up if somebody come in on a Sunday. That's the Lord's day. People, and it puts you now, you more straight, because this was the perfect opportunity. But guess what hurt for you? One thing. That's the only thing mess you up. That's Saturday. And please listen. You just got to forget about opportunities and chances and just put your mind on the most. You take it like, is this nigga serious? I need this money so bad in this job. They purposely put us here where you struggle with these things. And you know where you have to be at there. You have to see your salvation as more critical than anything you can financially obtain. That's the whole goal. Seeing your salvation as more critical than any relationship, than any living or anything you got. But this is the end with it. You got to remember, if a person stays studious, if a person stays continuous with him, Yahuwah provide. This is the thing I appreciate with him. He wouldn't ask you to do that if it wasn't a way out of it. Why would he ask me to say, bypass the best job in the world for you and just don't worry about it? No, because I know I got to provide something better. I know I got to be able to keep you. But I got to get you to be able to trust me to know I didn't bring you to this situation for you to doubt me. I brought you to this situation. You'll see I'm going to work past, we're going to work past this. But the first thing we do, we can't get over the challenge of saying, man, it ain't fair. Man, saying about a better work. Well, I mean, what's that? Other people out there working. Some people they ain't in hell. We know because the world's still going. They ain't in Sheol. That's the only reason why everybody in Sheol, because judgment ain't came. Don't put it on, they ain't in there so it's okay. You ain't in there either and it ain't okay. He's giving everybody an opportunity to try to go and assess and make sure you get it right before you leave him. But you keep trying to process things based off of other people. When it comes to salvation, this is something where you have to do a self-examination for yourself. You can't look at what other people do, and that's what we mess up every time. We start looking at other people. We start seeing what works for other people. Dinah, the daughter, the boss of Jacob, 12 sons, one daughter, Dinah. What did she do? She went out, she got raped, her and the other girls. She the only one got raped. She went out with all of the other boss, all the other daughters, all of the other Nashim, the women, and she the only one got raped. Because she started looking at what they were doing. She wanted to go out and see what they done, and she got herself raped. Everything don't work for us. When you put salvation as your priority, do you understand things change for you? Don't try to register things based off of how other people do it. It's not going to work for you. Listen, the simplest thing don't work for you. Because you chose salvation. You chose to say, listen, I'll take that loss if my soul can be saved. You don't consider that. I chose this way. If it allowed to work on Saturday, who in here couldn't work on Saturday? If it weren't for religion, who in here couldn't work on Saturday? Everybody could. So why are you not doing it? Because we made a choice, a conscious choice to heed to what this man Amar was. which means he can't make us ashamed. Which means I had to make provision for you. Because these people working 7 days, 8 days, 10 days straight, 12, 15 days straight. I got to make provisions for you. Don't you know I already allotted for that? But you looking at, they beating you, they pass. No, they just accumulate more debt, and they use that to keep them away from here. You know how many people watch me would be here if it wasn't for, man, it smell what did Sunday. That's my man. I'd be there. And you know what? Yahuwah know it. He said, and that's what I'm going to use against you. That's what I'm going to use against you. Because when it comes down to the word, you ain't going to believe it. Provision was made for you, and it wasn't conducive, but I did it. You ain't going to believe it. Yahushua was already running something. He let that go to come. You think that was convenient? That was convenient. I'm already ruling everything, and I'm going to let that go to come down here and look like a bag of bun. I got to eat some kid lunch. I got to eat some Roman noodles. Some kid food. I'm an emperor where I come from. Right. I got to come and be spit on, and they put this cheap junk on me. Right. I'm sitting here, these niggas, 11 niggas ready to run. I told you, if I were where I was, they'll fight for me. They wouldn't let nobody take me. I got to sit here and everybody run off and leave me here by myself. Here's the way I'm at, it'll never happen. But I did that for you. And you know what? I can't do that. I don't know how y'all do that. I got to go to work on Saturday. I got too many bills. He said, I know, and you got to go to Sheol. You know why? Just because we him. Because we him. He looking at, that's a lot of people took losses to be him. Your losses, listen, your losses going to come up against these people in their mosh pot. The fact that you resisted, the fact that you held out, the fact that you stayed with it, don't you think he going to hold these people accountable? They had to be out here. They ain't have a choice. The man shutting beaches down. They just said California water is 90-something degrees. Will you remember beach water, the sea being 90-something degrees? He destroying that place. They got him down in Florida. They said, I think Dwayne was saying his mother, Shaquille went down to the beach. Was it in Miami? Was it Miami? Where he was? Tampa. How many people was at the beach? You know people weren't even there. She said she just put her foot in the water. She said it was hot. Yahuwah running them off. It's so hot they can't even they don't even get in the water. It don't make sense. They're like in the heat and hot water. Yahuwah, listen, right back to where we told them. You ain't got no business out there butt naked. You wouldn't listen, would you? He'll show you. It ain't working for you. You got your drawers and panties on, you still ain't comfortable. That what bad? I don't know why they got a problem. What's your water temperature when you take a bath? When you take a shower? Take some soap and wash your stinking behind out there. Yahuwah run them off. You ever remember town when people couldn't go to the beach because it was too hot? And he old enough. You ever hear that when people say it's too hot, I can't even go to the beach and get in the water? These folks don't realize this stuff ain't happened before. Listen, this man destroying this place. And they ain't telling y'all nothing about it. He destroying, listen, Spain. He getting Italy. They burning Greece. All these people had you captive. America, he burning them down. Everyone he played, he destroying them. He burning them down. He's trying to call you to repentance. He's trying to call you to repentance. I know you ain't going to do it. I'm telling you, you ain't going to get no more warning. They're going to come up against you. And you know where you at now? He that have an ear to hear. Let him hear what I'm telling him. Yeah. I'm telling you, that stuff you worried about. What? All them folks in California going to get that stuff washed out. All them folks in Canada, you think they made millionaires? How they money start the fire? You think they put more firefighters over there to put their stuff out? He went. The military fighting fire. You remember when they taught y'all how to fight fire when you was in the military? Oh, no, we'll forget you. Jahid, you remember when they sent y'all to the firefighting school when you was in the military? Not you, stop talking. You remember y'all had the firefighter school in the military? What they gonna do? They sit out here with some done weapons. If you remember that when they taught you how to fight fires out of them. Come on, big man. We're not doing that. Jah, they taught you how to fight fires now. It's always one in the crowd. But yeah, man, Ra looks so pissed out there. He like, the man sit right in front of me. What is he thinking? You know I'm not to fight no fire. You know what? Give me some matches and something in a cup and burn it. I'm gonna see what he know. Give me a cup. Give me something and put me some paper. I'm gonna see what he know right quick. Y'all get it for me. Don't burn up this synagogue now. I need something. We gonna see what you know right quick. Hey, y'all, what y'all think? See, he'll put it. But I burn it bitter. So listen, if it like it's gonna catch on fire, we gonna dive on you. Dive on like a bucket of water. Bring some water with it. But I'm trying to tell you, you putting people out here, they're not qualified. That's what we just got here too. You think they ain't just as scared as everybody else? What you think they're not scared? They say everybody running away from him. They think just the heat itself will make you pass out. You know that equipment is high heavy, and you out here, they're gonna pass out. All they're gonna do is pass out. You talking about you in the inferno? Can you imagine water, fire chasing you in the water? Think about you running for your life. You have to dive in the sea. Can you actually They showed them people out here. They had rags over their face in the sea. They couldn't. The smoke still blowing. You ain't seen the video? They're in the water. Listen, they're just covering their face, trying to breathe, and it's still. You done got away. You ain't burning, but now the smoke killing you. You can't. Hey, what your money do? What your relationship do? What your mama and your daddy do? Why you think he tearing all this down? This man is trying to get our attention. To show you all the stuff you got, all the stuff. What good is that when you sit here and your soul, that man coming out through and your soul on the line? We got too much stuff we worried about. Let me tell you, the best thing you can do is make sure you right at this point. This man, listen, everybody finna lose. Everybody gonna lose. When a keeper ain't go to fight over there, we done. Y'all know what they're doing too in Jerusalem. Y'all know the people leaving, not the Palestinians. That's in your book. He told them to flee. So they see this stuff coming. They are fleeing Jerusalem. The people are fleeing to get out of there. And he told you not to come in. And some of these dumb groups are going to go there. He told you, when you see them coming out, don't go in. He told you, these be the day of vengeance on their people. Yahuwah is execute vengeance on their people. He told you, don't you go. Oh, it's some stupid one. This the time to go back. He told you, don't go in. He told the ones in there, he said, you need to get out, because these be the days of vengeance. Yahuwah repaying these people. He repaid us too. See, it had to start with us first. The slavery whole incident, the whole beat, don't put on that. He was repaying us first. He said judgment must begin with us first. Now he said if it start with us, you see how the end coming from them? Them fight. We ain't had time where fight was chasing us to no water. You saw he paying these folk back. He drowned them out. Go look at all them mudslides. Man, he killed them. Whole house just coming off cliff. Everything, whole house full of people just go straight in the ground, take it to the water. We never seen it before. That man, he repaying these folks. He told them, I'm going to repay them to their face. They can, listen, you know what Russia using right now, right? Y'all seen what Russian newest weapon they using? For the drones? They can't shoot the drones down no more. It's too expensive. That stuff they've been shooting the drone down, it costs them over $24,000 every time they do it, just for one. So they've been purposely shooting all them drones. The U.S. sending all them drones for a reason. It been breaking it. Them drones, every time they've been shooting the drone, I'm like, it don't make sense shooting the drone, but every time they shoot the drone, they shooting them down. They did it on purpose. He can't afford it. How many times can you keep shooting something down that costs you $24,000 every time you do? That's for one, not all of them, just one. This is gonna get real costly. So he had to go back to another weapon he got. Amazing, come to find out he got a laser that can shoot and start fires. He using a laser now they say he brought out. This thing here designed, listen, it can shoot, laser, and burn. And said the U.S. had it first. Him, France, the UK, all of them got it. This laser can shoot anywhere across and hit stuff from distance and can cause fires. Imagine that. Now, I ain't see this on no hidden news. This on the regular news. These bastards are starting these fires. You can't start no fire with your hand and get no fire and go up no millions or no acres. That's crazy. It's impossible. Somebody's going to catch that way before you get that far. Do you know how many techniques you got against this stuff? You can dig trenches out where you separate. Let me tell you what you do. Most of these folks don't know nothing. You ain't going to believe it. I've done some of everything. You can also go and you can burn to kill it out. You can burn to get in front of it. So when it gets there, it needs something to burn. It needs fuel. The only way it can get fuel, it's going to need oxygen and it's going to need something to burn. So all you do is do a pre-burn in front of it and you burn it out. So when it gets to that point, all it's going to do is burn itself out. It makes no sense that there's a fire coming from Canada all the way in the U.S. Because you could have set a pre-burn and cut all that out. You could have dug it out that when the fire went, it would have been in gold, it would have been high, but eventually got to burn. It's no fuel. You see Hawaii, it's still burning. It done burn everything out. So it has no fuel. These are very easy techniques that they are purposely not using because there's too many people. They learned it from Yahuwah when he set Gideon up. He told him before he went, he said, it's too many people. So he started dividing them by situation. First he went with those that were fearful. Then he went with those that sat down and drank water, the one that scooped their hand. He said, send them back. The whole time until he got them down to 300 people, he said, now you can go up and take it. Everything you got, they read your books and they've counted you on every end. Listen, anybody who ex-military tell you, they never have fought a war that they created their own techniques. They always studied previous people that ruled empires, the Greeks, the Romans, the Italians. Listen, every one of them, every great white general they got will tell you they read Stalin's book, they read Hitler, they studied other previous rulers. They learned from how they counted people and they learned how they failed. That's how they beat you. And now they'll fight against you. You think they read Stalin and Hitler how to beat you? They read your book. Your book gave them everything they need to know about you. Huh? Why you think he told you to pray that your flight don't be on Shabbat? What you doing on Shabbat? Your defense is down, which means they read your book. They learn how to counteract you on everything you do. Your book gave you away. When they told you with Daniel they were going to get independence against it, what were they going to use? Oh, they said we're going to use his law. They said we're going to get him. We used his law. How they use his law? Let me tell you how they used their law against him. They created a law that over-superseded his law. They knew he was going to follow his law. So they created a law that when he went to keep his law, he violated their law. Therefore, they made him a criminal. Y'all don't know no better. That's how they beat you. That's how they use your book against you. Well, what we're going to do, Congress met, the Senate met, we passed the bill. Saturday's going to be non-religious day. We're going to make Saturday's going to be just vacation, just hangout days, no religious activities, no whatsoever. What we going to do? We're going to follow their law. So what happens when they make Shabbat a non-religious day, and it's actually a day you're supposed to be out and play, the kids supposed to be outside playing. So when we go to jail, who gonna cry for us? You know what they're gonna say? Them stupid fool, they knew what the law was. They the idiot, they got their own self locked up. How I feel sorry for them. The man told them what the law was, all they had to do was not go to service on Saturday. You retard. That's how they're going to defeat you with your own book. Yeah. That's why I told you, put everything on the table you love, everything you got, and be willing to lose it all when it comes down to your salvation. Because that's how they're going to beat you. They're going to use your law. They're going to create laws. They're going to be different than your laws. Daniel tried to explain some of this stuff to us. We've been told these things always. This is how they folk got you all the time. They beat you every time. Just like when they came up, when they had Mordecai. When they sat down and everybody supposed to give homage to, what's the name? Haman. What did Mordecai do? Mordecai do? He said, Mordecai said he wasn't bowing. And this thing became a problem. Let's look right quick. See that the 3rd chapter of the book of Esther. They call it Esther. Her name is, her Greek name, her Babylon name was Esther. We call her Hadassah. That's her Abari name. Hadassah. Say that 3 and 4. I know y'all tired. I really want us to get this, y'all. I'm so tired of us being behind. Oh boy, it hurts you to see us behind the way we are. Our kids behind, our marriages behind, our bills behind, our advancement behind. How many? Ain't nobody more booty than us. I'm just gonna name my booty. You like that, Prince? You would. You're gonna check for that. Ain't swim. You cut your eyes at me. Did you look over here earlier when I was standing there drinking that water? Come on, swinging all day. Something I feel in my spirit she was. Why you so interested in giving your grandmama a check? Why you try to wait and just try to wait out? Be like, man, that's my grandmama. Get you 1 2-bit, man. Sit you up now. All right, let's look at this. All right, this is the 3rd chapter of the book of A Star. That's her actual name, A Star. They said years ago they had those entertainers, they would holler, a star is born. That's where they actually got it from. They got it from the Babylonians. They call her name Esther, but her actual name is a star. Y'all got it. They look at it because the Kukabine, they look at where they set. She was elevated. She was high above them. Okay? Hadassah. I think her name is a myrtle. Means like a myrtle. What is it? Myrtle. It's a tree. That's her Abari name. Listen.
Now it was when they had spoken daily to him, and he would not shaman to them.
Y'all hear this? Let's see that. Let's get the third verse of this. Second verse? We'll start at 1. Try to get that check, but come on, big man.
That's right. That's right.
How many pastors we got? Come on, big man. Where your turtleneck at?
On the hill. That's Friday. Turtleneck Friday.
See, I thought it was Thursday. Boy, that's a lot of check. Oh, you ain't advertising on him? What you doing? You can't be advertising on him. We're trying to get a plug, trying to get a shout out. Yeah, every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. What is it? What are we doing? Come on. All right, listen here.
After these events, Malak,
they put a, we know him Artaxerxes.
Artaxerxes, promoted Haman.
That's a different thing. Goodness.
Akashawaha Rasha.
Yeah, I go Russia.
Promoted Haman, the being of Hamidath, the Agite, and advanced him and established his authority over all the Asherim who were with him.
See that? He established him, and when he put him up, he gave him authority over all of the other ones, established authority over all of the Asherim, which are the princes, who were with him. So he ruled over all the people over him. He had other little lower rulers under him. Okay.
And all the Malakim Abadim who were at the Malak's gate bowed down in reverence to Haman.
Yes.
For so the Malak had Amar concerning him, but Mardarki neither bowed down nor reverenced. Then the Malak's Abadim who were at the Malak's gate said to Mardarki, why are you transgressing the Malak's Amar?
Where we going when they tell you he was transgressing? See, they just charge. See, Mardarki, he was an Abari. We don't do that. We don't bow on our knee for no man. That's their stuff. Listen, Yahuwah told us we supposed to serve him and him only we serve. We don't bow on our knee for nobody. We don't do no foolishness like that. But the Malak, see how they got you? See, Daniel's situation, this was before that. See how they created a law. The Malak had already given a commandment. This was an intentional law set up to make him fall. Now, they got here and passed the law, and they done caught him. They want to know, so why you transgressing it? Why you breaking the law? This is a law that everybody's supposed to bow before Haman. Let's see what his reply was. You know what they say? Honor to whom honor, tribute to whom tribute. Oh, no man nothing. Let's see if it fit. Listen.
Now it was when they had spoken daily to him, and he would not shaman to them.
So you know he looked at. I heard what you said, but it didn't get him, and it didn't get him. See, they talked to him. They were talking to him every day, and guess what? He didn't like go. Man, I don't give a thought to that stuff. It definitely don't. It ain't no conviction in my heart toward it. They were talking to that man every day about the same thing, because I'm not doing it. Go ahead.
That they told Haman to see whether Mardarki's matter would stand, for he had told them that he was a Yehudi.
What he told them? He was a Christian.
That he was a Yehudi.
Man, I'm a Yehudi. I don't go on my knee for no man. Y'all young folk, y'all hear me? We don't do no food. We don't get on our knees and bow for nobody.
That's right.
Man, we Yehudi.
That's right.
Care what law these folks pass. We don't do no food like that. He heard what he told them, didn't he?
That's right.
They went to go to find out why he wouldn't do it. He said, because I'm Yehudi.
That's right.
Go ahead. Ain't there? I'm Yehudi.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
When Haman saw that Mardarki neither bowed down nor reverenced to him.
Oh, we don't just go that man. Listen, whatever he did, that's y'all stuff. He looked at me, I don't play no food tonight. Oh, hell, great Haman. He said, not me. He said, I'm not paying no attention to no stuff like that. Go ahead.
Haman was filled with rage.
And what happened?
And it was Auryah and the to reach forth a hand on Mardarki alone, for they had told him who the arm of Mardarki were.
Listen what happened.
Therefore, Haman sought to destroy all the Yahudim.
Why do you think he wanted to do that? Because if their leader won't bow down and worship, what the rest of the people going to do who follow them? See, a lot of stuff y'all don't realize. Your book done already set up a precedent. Why y'all think these people work on chopping their heads off your leaders? You don't have to kill the crowd, you kill the leader. That one thing they learned years ago, if you cut the head off a snake, the body will die. That's what they learned. They told Yahushua that he was a serpent. And you know what they did? They cut the head off. And what did everybody else do? Scatter. Not like Mahatma, like Uncle Ben. Scatter. What kills that Mahatma? when you cook it, it lock up like that. He said, I eat that Uncle Ben. He said, you cook it, scatter. So this is what they use against you. And you need to know this, because y'all don't realize it. You might think it's a time of peace, but it's a time of war. Why y'all think all these people fight? See, they fight because their malcoot all coming down.
Yeah.
He told y'all the power of Shami ain't going to be shaken.
Yes, sir.
What you were looking for? He was talking about these people that's all these exalted. Why y'all think all these leaders falling?
That's right. Yes, sir.
He asked you about Kael, not Kael. Halion, who they call Lucifer. When they asked how I die fallen, they were talking about Yahushua.
That's right.
And they talk about how he was going to set among the Kukabim.
That's right.
These leaders put themselves up in high position, and he's bringing them down. He told y'all the power of Shamaim going to be shaken.
That's right.
And you were looking for what to come down. He was trying to tell you about these people in the rules.
That's right.
These people falling down. You look at these world leaders, they taking them down. All of them got to come down. These are all symbolism to us. And these are things we haven't been paying attention to, because guess why? You got too many bills. You got too many problems. You got woman issues and problems. You got other issues, man problems you got. Then you got psychological problems. Then you got health issues. Then you got other things you're dealing with. So how could you pay attention to this stuff? It's too many things to pay attention to. That's why we got to kind of carve out a routine for ourselves to where we can make sure we're in a preparedness and a readiness, because this thing coming to an end.
Yes, sir.
You know, he told me to come, he told you to flee to the heart. You're supposed to be able to run to the mountain. How that going to work out?
Baby
fit. A lot of y'all going to slide right. They're going to be right at the bottom, and you're going to be food for these people.
That's right.
These folks be cutting somebody lump me off your back, but they're going to help the rest of them get away. I'm just telling y'all, all right? I'm trying to help y'all. Listen, that man told you when you see this stuff coming, he told you to flee.
That's right.
He told you to flee to the heart.
That's right.
Get to the top of the mountain.
That's right.
And you have fooled around long enough and done nothing, and you keep making excuses. I'm just telling you, we got to start making a readiness.
That's right.
We're preparing ourselves ruwn. We're preparing ourselves naturally. You have to prepare yourself mentally, and you got to prepare your heart.
That's right.
I'm telling you, a lot of y'all, your heart overcharged. You got so much endowed into so many other things you ain't even considering. What about your soul?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, people make choices. Listen, even with kids, you raise them, you try to guide them, you correct them, and you do your part. At the end of the day, they're going to make choices.
Come on, preacher. That's right.
We try to make sure we put the right opportunities out here for y'all to follow. At the end of the day, you can pick the bad choice, and some of you going to pick it because you just got to see for yourself. It's going to be to your hurt. Whole world ending out here. Mm-hmm. This ain't the time. Ever since COVID hit, the world ain't turned around. It's only gotten worse. And the sad part, COVID's still out here. It's worse than it was. And they are purposely not showcasing it. They are purposely not putting it on the news. Do y'all not know these cases in America have picked up? Most of y'all, how many of y'all didn't know it? Why would so exactly what you gonna do when you find it picking up? I know you're probably gonna start staying at home, trying to work from home, which gonna shut down how many businesses?
Come on.
Why you think they got you back out here on the street?
Yep.
All of these countries are working together to make sure, don't tell them. Just let them keep going. Just tell them it's a call. Don't worry about it. People ain't even going to clinic to get checked right now. Because, see, when you saw the tents outside, that made you say, I better go get checked. I might have some. I better pull in their line right quick. People were panicking. People were second-guessing stuff. People weren't coming out. People keeping their kids, which means the school system was failed. You know why you need the school system to be up? Most of you don't know. Just in Rockdale County gets 80% of the taxes. Yeah. 80% of all the taxes gathered go to the school system. Rockdale County school system has about $150 million budget. So if these kids stay home, what we're gonna do with that budget?
Gonna lose it.
No, we're gonna stack it up and wait till school start back.
Gonna lose it.
That means the county gonna look at, we're gonna start taking that money because we don't need bus drivers, we don't need lunch later.
Yep.
We don't have to buy the food, which means we're going to lose Cisco.
Yep.
Cisco going to have to shut down because that people got contract to bring the food.
Yep.
There's other people you contract with for the computer. We don't need janitors. Matter of fact, we don't even need the building.
Yep. That's right.
How many people we been put out of work?
A whole lot.
That's a lot of people you're putting out of work. That's all these school systems. All these schools. And what we're going to do with all these teachers? The average of these schools got, what, like 100 and some teachers? 100 and what y'all figure? Y'all got 60? Middle school in the 100. What you figure y'all got? Probably 100. A little over 100. So we got about 5 schools down. Well, I'm saying, just what high schools are what? About 4 high schools in Rockdale? 3? How many middle schools? 3? 4 middle school? And how many elementary? Somebody said 5 elementary. So we're gonna look at putting probably about 600 some teachers out of work.
Or more.
So what they gonna do? That's just Rockdale. What you gonna do with the cab in Atlanta? How many students we gonna put at home? So you can see why we can't say COVID. You can see why they gotta fake this whole thing, look like COVID is mild and COVID is gone, and get rid of these tents. Get rid of these employees here. You do a call. Say, hey man, people might play a little. There used to be a time you called 2 times. What folks say? You think you need to go get a COVID test. You pull that junk 2 times. They white that 1 time. That second time, man, you can go get a COVID test. Them days over with. They was at school. 1 kid had COVID. Whole school shut down. Gotta be disinfected. What they looked at? We just got to keep going. See, them getting money is more important than your health and your kids. You can't put your safety in the hands of other people. Your welfare got to be in your hand. I done told y'all before, we need to educate our own kids. We have them in a failing system. The system is not designed for our kids. The system is designed for kids who want to go and be something else and do something else, and their spirituality has nothing to do with anything. It's all about just being a kid. We're trying to train them up in the way they should go. So when they're old, they don't depart, which means we have to put legislation down to our kids. We don't do this in our home. We're not having this here. This is what you will be doing, because we can't have you following these other people. The society out here has crashed. It's falling. It's failing. The kids ain't got no fair chance. You'll get some that'll stick out, that'll do well, but let's deal with the majority. How many of them we gonna have to stick out? How many stick out students you got? 5. That's the whole school. Like, what's about half of the school? Yeah, the whole school. 30 out of the whole school, you probably guesstimate. So what we're gonna do with the rest of them kids? With the rest of hundreds that we got that's just mediocre, and they probably the ones that's probably bad to make it because they grading them on the curve. We losing. We are losing the fight, people. You're losing it here because they got you losing it on every other end. I'm trying to get that. Listen, I got to deal with this. I got to deal with the world news. I got to deal with the kid. I got to deal with everything we got. It's a roundness we need to get. It's a completeness we need to get, and we don't have it. Y'all guys, listen, y'all not willing to put up your money to pull your kids out and do something different. But I'm talking about, don't put them out and throw them on me. Don't throw them in my pocket. Y'all good for that. Y'all like my pocket. My pocket is closed. I'm going to sew them up. I'm going to sew them up like women. You remember when they first came out, women would pay. You remember they ain't have no pockets on them. I'm going to get the elastic in the waist. No pocket. They gave me some money. I'm just saying. And I don't have the elastic. I don't even want to belt. They first cut the women, it was elastic in the waist and no pocket. Y'all remember, I remember they first put a pocket on what they found and put it on the front. They're like, no, women pants had, y'all, I mean, y'all like y'all were little. They remember that. Women pants, they had no pockets on them. Now they got the same, they wear their husband jeans. Now they came out, you remember that? Women didn't have no pocket on their pants. Women had polyester pants. You ain't got no woman, no, just had polyester. Ain't that right? That kind when you hit a nail, they snap and shit, they turn into short because you done ripped them up. They ain't had no fooling like that. Now you got everything a man got. And why y'all think the world is going the way it goes? That's why these kids so messed up in the head, because you can't tell a woman from a man.
Right.
But yet he told you that you put a difference in between them.
That's right.
He got the same hairdo she got. They wear the same earring. They wear the same stuff they got on, same watch, all this same sex stuff. Man, it's like unisex. We ain't have all that stuff coming on. You had boy, girl, man, woman. That's all you had. Nobody had wasn't no unisex color. They already know any light colors, them were women colors. I know before we went, I'm just being honest. I'll tell you, when you remember you were growing up, boys had a pink shirt. When you remember a man could have, when you were growing up, had some pink pants on. What were they gonna say on some pink pants? Homo. It's just a pink shirt, you ain't have it. I got a pink shirt now. Years ago, yeah, man, you remember, like y'all remember when you were little, do you remember a boy wearing pink shirts? You remember that? You remember when what's called them came out, did they have on one? Cain them. You remember that when Cain and Abel was out, you remember they had a pink shirt? Come on, he got hit in the head with that rock. Man, you better not put on no pink shirt. I remember that. See that? So you start looking at, listen, I remember that high school we came in, I remember some guy on the football team, they wore the pink button down. It was out there, and footies. I mean, years ago, men didn't wear footies. We ain't wear no, they ain't had no footy for no men. Footy for women, they had a little ball on the back of them.
That's right.
Men didn't wear no, they had that. Them were footies.
Yep.
They just wanted your foot. Men didn't wear back then.
Nope.
They had no foot. Men didn't wear foot them for women.
That's right.
Now I had to wear blood pressure. I put them socks up, my legs swole. It be swole at the top because it made the circulation up. Man, you ain't wear no footies. They ain't had that stuff. The foot, all them footies, you'd have a little ball on the back.
That's right.
Men didn't wear them. They were for women.
That's right.
Then they brought them out. Then they introduced them to them. I'm telling you how they got with a lot of stuff. The football team.
Yeah.
They make your masculine men start wearing it so it don't look gay. See, masculine men wearing them. See, and this is what happened. Masculine men might have worn, but it's the guys on the fence that want to hurt. That's how they get you. The masculine, some of them might have got away with it, but then the ones on the fence, it just pushed them right over. Just like that joker done fell over and broke like Humpty Dumpty. So a lot of stuff we can't play with it no more. See, it was a reason why he put a difference in between. We got to start putting a concrete line. Ain't no unisex. When y'all had sex with a uni? You didn't have sex with a man or woman.
That's right.
No unisex. Just stop it. And that one, both of them say, that stuff, we didn't have all that stuff.
That's right.
I'm just saying, I can tell you, when y'all was growing up, do you remember unisex stuff? Man and woman both could wear it. Do you remember that? Folk didn't do that. Even years ago, I think you said when your mom used to be in the field, she'd have put pants on. They would just put them and let them drop around their leg because them sticker brows would cut their legs while they were picking cotton. I'm telling you, y'all don't know about that, do you? They would put pants, them women back then, they put pants on, her pants, they would kept them drop down around their legs so it wouldn't cut their leg. Because when you picking that cotton, they got them stencils on there, them little stickers on there, and them things will cut your hand up, you don't know how to pick them. So a lot of folk don't know that. I remember Val would tell me about that time. She was talking about how, not about that. She was telling me that time. You remember you talking about how you used to, gathering in the cotton. You was talking about how it didn't choose you because you picked it. You remember that? That's what she told me. She told me that time. She said, I used to gather in the cotton. She said, it didn't choose me. I picked it. I said, that's a good one, Val. Isn't that right? Yeah, pick a bale of cotton. So that's all about where you're from, what you do. But so that's what we had to look at. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. He told you not to remove the old landmark. See, what people don't look at how they saw things. When they went and they came out, he had them to take great size of bonds, stones, to put them down for boundaries. So they kept them there. And after a period of time, they've been there so long, you're not supposed to just pick it up. So this thing just sitting here. He said, don't remove it. And they wouldn't understand it because it's source a place for them. When they came over, he said, I want you to take these larger bonds out of the ma'im. I want you to place them there. These were going to be for boundary. They were for memorial. So they knew how to place it. No matter how time went on, they knew where everything started and where it was. Now they picked up stuff and they moved it. So now guess what? We don't know where we at today. Our kids don't have idea because you know what? We flip-flop. We one way, then another way, then another way. We can't be concise and do one thing now. That's how important it is for them to see us and see what we're trying to show them. Society don't care nothing about y'all. Let me tell you what y'all are. All y'all are experimental monkeys. You don't even know you're a monkey. You ain't got the banana, you're a monkey. These folk gonna use you. They need so many of y'all to fall. They need so many of y'all to fall into different things so they can make sure the system works. Listen, you think when they make the curriculum, the curriculum is not designed for every kid to pass. They already know how many they can get based off their curriculum, how it's taught. They don't need teachers to break protocol. The average teacher you got, they're going to just follow the syllabus. Right. And it's going to hurt you. Because everybody mind don't comprehend just telling something they just get it. Some people you have to explain it. Some it's going to take a little more time. You have to go a different approach. Just like me with the book. We could have been through this. You know what my problem is? Where you at? Knowing where you at, what sense is it going to make for me to start piling a lot of verses in your head? Because you dealing with a real life situation. Where are you at? Where your family at? How do you see tomorrow? Where your next meal coming from? How you going to pay your bills? All this is a problem, and it hurts you when you get here. Because nobody cares. Everybody just pushing you forward. Forget about it. Forget about it. Just keep going. Keep going. How do you forget about it? It affects you. When things affect you, it affects how you react to them. Now, you're hearing the word. You know what you need to do. But is it probable when you're looking at how much you're dealing with? You can't do it. You can't do it. It don't matter. He told you when Euchanan came. He said, who am I liking you to? Just like children sitting in the marketplace. He said, they done piped to their fellow, their companion, and told you, we done piped to you. Why you hadn't danced? He said, we mourn for you. Why you hadn't lamented? He said, but wisdom is justified of her children. See, you so messed up, you don't know when to cry. You don't know when to laugh. Sometimes you laugh, it ain't appropriate. Sometimes you crying, you need to be laughing. You need to be rejoicing. They have thrown you off with all these different ideology and chemicals you take. The food is heavily chemical. The deodorant heavily chemical. The greases, the oils, everything they give you affects your body. And they know hormonally it throws you off. The average woman got hormonal problem. Why this? How many? Let me see the hands on our couth and him. Hands. How many y'all see the hands? Now I ain't asked them now. I want to ask them something. How many of y'all don't have hormonal problem? Leave your hand up. Look at the women. Y'all look around the room. How many women I got here? Raise your hands. Raise them up high. Y'all see the hands? How many of y'all that don't have any hormonal problem, leave your hand up? Did we have this conversation before, ladies? Now, why do you think that is? Between the chemicals they put in their hair, between the other chemicals they're going to have to put on their skin, between the deodorants they're going to put on, between the other stuff they're going to get in other feminine health care, other feminine products they get them, killing them. Killing them. They get them something to put in the vagina. That's a wound. You can't put it. Let me tell you something. I get a cut open. How good it, typically when you first get a cut open, they're going to tell you to bandage and cover it to make sure nothing don't get in it. They send them out drawing with an open wound. They don't know how to cover it till it heals. Most don't even know how to bandage a wound. You know, they'll tell you what you do to the wound. You got to keep it clean. I can help y'all with a lot of stuff. They're killing you. They are stripping them down. Every time they come some summer eve feminine white, look at how many chemicals you got in here. This stuff is going inside of a wound, which means it's getting back into your body. And the one that said they don't have hormonal problem, I guarantee they ain't been tested late to find out. I guarantee a lot of it is what they saying. I ain't no fool. I already know. Most of us say, I don't feel like I have one. I didn't ask you if you feel like you have one. I already know you got one. It's purpose. This is why they can't function in relationships. This is why you have so many problems, because you got so many different things going on. You got 25 different emotions going. Most women are already emotional. You got so much crashing in, coming at you, you don't know where you need to be at. Then the man, we retards. We got hormonal problems. We ain't gonna get tests because everybody have me, what you think, I'm a faggot or something? What I'm getting my hormone checked? Ain't got that good. They don't put everything on us. This is how they keep us away. Everything we a faggot. Man, you got cold to clean. Man, ain't no faggot. When I asked the man, was he a faggot? I just asked the man, has he been checked? Make sure he ain't got no polyps or nothing now. Because they push it on the man, everything is macho. Men don't go to no doctor. Men don't go. Go look at the hospital and see who in there. Men. And you know why a lot of men now? Because they haven't been going to no doctor. Men don't want to know. You know, a man just keep going. So do stupid people. And so does a car with no brakes. Sometimes you got to use your head. A lot of this stuff is hurting. You got to start looking at what you put on your body and in your body, what you let get in your ear, because it's an influencer. You can't keep listening to negative stuff that don't influence you. That's stupid. I just negative stuff all the time. It don't affect me. You so retarded you don't even know it affects you. You can't watch everything. Dawood declared in one-on-one, Tahalim 3, he said, I said no rosh thing before my own. Why he said it for the own? What is the own? Appearance, knowledge. So what do you think these folks do when they giving you the television? And they made them bigger. You was a dummy with a 13-inch. The 24-inch had you stupid. You got a 72-84-inch TV on your wall. What do you think you are? You are a super mega retard. 82 inches of Andy Griffith on your wall? Man, use your head. Son, you don't even watch some of this stuff. It's too stupid. I tell some stuff dumb you down. Don't be stupid. I even try to teach you how to watch TV intelligent. I dissect any program they got. Because you need to be a thinker. I want to know what kind of person. A lot of times I ask questions. I ask my son, how much money would you to make this movie? So the person that spent $150 million to make that movie, he want to entertain me? Y'all don't look at how many people collaborate. When a movie come on now, watch how many different people who movie it is. It'll be such and such film, and a such and such film, and a such and such film. We to come on, it was a Paramount, MGM, end of it. Because people started collaborating. I want to make him stupid too. Then she want to make you stupid. So it's a Smith film, a Leon film, and a Princess film. All that came together to make this man stupid. They're dumbing you down. And you have no idea. When you watch stuff, you need to pay attention. Who sat down and created the music? Think, you watch a movie, watch the tone. Listen, it's a film script that they put on the movie to make it look a certain way. Designer, clothes pick out, costume. It's so many people that are working you create. That's the same thing with your hoosier. Why you think that? Who hit you? So many people, who hit you? So when you watch the movie, guess what, Dan? Who hit you? They knocked you out. I tell me, I watch movie, listen, I give a lot of noise, I pay attention on a lot of stuff I'm keen on what they're doing. It took you a lot of time, you spent a lot of money to do this. What was your real reason for this? What was your real reason? And a lot of stuff you watch on TV, you don't know that it wound up coming up later on out here. A lot of stuff you watch, because you know what? I was already shaping your mind for this. They let this and now you got to ask yourself, and you ain't paid attention to, is Hollywood really Hollywood or Hollywood government? Guess what they think? That's Hollywood. No, stupid, that's government. Why would I think that? Most of y'all don't know. I give y'all documented to watch, because I try to get you intelligent. What's that? I had y'all to watch one of the drugs, the weapons, drugs they use the weapons against her. Do y'all know all these great Hollywood actors are CIA operatives? Jimmy, listen, whole studio. Did y'all not watch when I sent it to y'all? How many of y'all didn't watch it? I need to check. Listen, every one of these actors are CIA. Every one of these guys CIA. They use them. They can't. You ain't saying it. And don't forget the white too. Come on, son. I ain't got all that. Come on. My brother just called. That man gonna tell me, yeah, I ain't down getting no check. You feel like you won't get no check? I know you do. Every day you wake up. You know what you say when you wake up? Check! Even if you ain't buying it, check! What's that? Come on, you with him. I know when I seen it in the morning, you had that skirt on. I said, something going on. Because when you put that blue jean on and put that checker on there, I said, that baby got something going on. She said she in that word this morning. Check! But the reason why I try to tear it out, you need to just pay attention on how many of these people collaborate. Listen, they use these entertainers. Let me say that. Let me how they go. Let's think about that. I'm a rapper. Yeah, that's right. I be raping hoes. Yeah, I shot a nigga. I shot Lil Danny last week. Am I right? So you just heard this. You don't think they know this? I just rapped about I shot Lil Danny. You think this where it stayed at on a CD and they ain't get involved? I put this out and they want this out to make you think that you can go around and shoot people. You can rap about it and you ain't going to jail. They use me, the dumb nigga, to say retarded stuff and look like I'm out and look like you can do this and go, and you gonna do it, and I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get a bunch of y'all off the street. So they'll use me, the one fool, to get a bunch of fools off the street. I tell the same thing with Ice Cube. Listen, Ice Cube is an actor, been an actor. That's fine. I'm not trying to kill Ice Cube. I don't want no war with nobody. But these guys need to come clean and they need to confess to their people that I hurt you. That's all. Just tell us the truth. I hurt you. I sold you and made you think that I was a drug dealer and I went to a private school. I ain't never shot nobody and been in no fight with nobody, but I made you think I did from Boys in the Hood. I mean, you think I just walk around with some flaps and I keep a 45 on me. And I just be shoot nigga and drink a 40 and go back in the house and go to sleep and the police don't even come. You hurt us. And and they let him make it. This is what you ask yourself. The movie theater system, the whole system is controlled by the Jewish people. You think these folks ain't look at that movie? You think they just shot that movie, just let you shot it, and we just watching it now? You know what they also do? They do a screenplay of the movie before they even play it out. Well, they bring in a bunch of people to sit down and watch it before we release it. Now that we're gonna look at the script before you even write it, before you even before it even become a movie. We need to read the script. When that music come out, we need to listen to it because we got to make sure where does it violate a policy from us and we can get sued. So when you listen to me tell you what kind of hoe skank you is and how I'll piss and shoot your mama, don't you know they heard it first? And they signed off on it because they did the math. It don't hurt me and my people. It hurt you and your people. But you ain't got a brain in your head to think about it. That's why I get pissed. Too many people hands on you, and you pay for your own poison. What kind of crazy? I mean, you to go drink. Folks say, pick your poison. If something literally poison, would you drink it? Why would you call it poison? Because alcohol can poison your system. And we so dumb because they acute your taste of something you don't even realize the detriment to your liver. Your liver stores what you take in. And your liver gets it, and it's got to try to extract sugar. All the alcohol, okay, sugar. All alcohol, sugar. This is how they get you acute, the inner taste. Even if it's bitter, you put some sugar in it. That's how they beat you every time. Your body and your brain can't resist sugar. Your body reacts. It's almost like an aphrodisiac to your body when they give you sugar. That's why down there piss poor candy. Drunk good and rich sugar, you study getting it for them. All you doing is dumbing them down. The brain acute to it. It's an aphrodisiac. Listen, your body gonna take a sexual drive from chocolate. Why y'all think Valentine you get a woman chocolate? It's an aphrodisiac. They drive you and you don't even know you're being driven. Everybody poisons you. Nobody tells you the truth. You are a market, people. There's a market in killing you. I would like to come in here and just preach a lead. Just like come in and just preach. Just stay with this and go. Where we at? Are we the people that we there? That we can just come here and read this and go? How many of y'all learned something through just the stuff I told you about this thing? That you never think about it? Well, I'm telling you, when the movie comes, stop just jumping to, pay attention to how many people involved in this movement. Pay attention to some of the names of these companies. Some of the names are just straight demonic. I seen some names, I was like, who would name their company? So your name some devil something. What is your purpose? What was you told about Satan? He came to do what? Steal, kill, and destroy. And I named my production company some Satan. What did I come to do, nigga? And you ain't got enough brain in your head to pay attention, to realize this. I never paid attention to you because you got caught in the movie. That was the whole purpose. Who got time to read credit? When a movie goes, you know what you do? Time to go. That's the end of it. You know why they putting that in here? Because this information, because you know what? I put it in your face. So don't play like you didn't know. You didn't want to know. You said, man, I ain't got time to read all that stuff. Why you think I put it on? Because all these people want their credit. You like them costumes? I picked them. You like where that rape scene went? I'm the one picked that location. Look, pay attention. Who picks locations? Who picks the music? Who picks the costumes? But that stuff don't matter to y'all. You need to. These people important to them. Because you know what? All of these things are key to what your brain gonna thrive. They learn what triggers your brain. What makes your brain start doing this thing? Give me more of it, give me more of it, give me more. And these people are trained. They go to school. They learn how to manipulate you. These are the greats. Same thing with music. They don't even say that no more. They know certain wavelengths. These people don't listen, let me tell you the difference. Sam Cooke, James Brown, them people didn't know about no language. Them folks just knew they were entertainers. These bastards coming on, they learn sounds and pitches. These folks, listen, they're a lot more, these guys are a lot more technical than these guys ever have been. They've studied everybody to learn how to get you and how to make you move. Pay attention to the music that come out of the beats they got versus yours. You will never move. I don't care what they learn, it's a certain way your beat has to play for their mind to get people to move the vibe. You can put out something good and hot, it'll stay right here. They put out something, that thing going global. They're going to get a Grammy. They're going to get an Oscar. Listen, they play you. You're not smarter than them. He tried to tell you that people in this generation are smarter than the Benin Malite. That's us. He said, because this is their tool of dark. This is not ours. They work to manipulate. We working to get out of manipulation. And we're trying to teach our kids how not to fall to the fad. Y'all got that? They pull you by styles and fashion. These skinny pants. I can't find that. That's why we got to make our own clothes. Let me tell you why they make these skinny jeans for y'all boys. How many of y'all boys, most of these kids, y'all, how many of y'all, you can't find no jeans that got a little room. All of them fit them like, you know why? Because when you keep them tight on the growing area, it affects the sperm. So now when he gets up, he decides he want to have a kid, his sperm count has been hindered because of the tight pants. This is called depopulation. See, the parents don't know nothing. They sell them jeans for a reason. They get them from Europe and give them to you. Oh, okay, I'm going to count on everybody to smoke crack. How many of y'all going to smoke crack? Oh, you're not going to smoke crack. How many of y'all going to drink liquor? What, a lot of these are you. You drinking liquor, I'm going to tell you, you drinking, it come out. My brother told me, he said, when you ask who drinking liquor, he said, look over to your left. But I'm just saying, yo, at one time you did. Your check coming later. So, but the thing is, they had to do numbers or average it. Everybody not going to drink. I can tell you, a lot of people don't like the taste. I acuted to it and some other, so I got to create some other ways. So now I might get him and his crew with the alcohol, get Ryan and his crew with the cigarette, so the nicotine will affect you. But all your friends don't smoke and all his friends don't drink. So I keep creating things. Some of these people are going to be sexual, so I'm going to create venereal diseases that's going to hinder them from reproduction. Y'all remember when Yahushua was on the tube? Y'all remember what they gave him before he died? What they gave him? He said, what was it? Poison. In the 6th chapter of the book of Tahalim, he said they gave me poison for my food. That was before he died. Do you know what he was in the middle of doing? Who knows? What was he in the middle of doing? Talk louder. Fasting. No. Who knows? Giving birth. I just gave a person giving birth poison. How that's going to affect the kids? Why you think these people know they can get a woman on crack and get her pregnant? That filtered down to the children. What you think happened to the children that he begot? Where are they? Where are their kids at? Where are the kids who were begotten of the kids that he begot when he was up on the tube? Where are those kids at today? Somebody help me. Where they at? Still serving him. Loving him with all their heart. What you say? Scattered. Where are our kids? Scattered. They can be in your home. They scatter brain. You gave a person who was giving birth to a nation poison, which means you poisoned the children, which means that poison went in the bloodstreams of every child that moved from them. They knew eventually, if you don't add any more, what it'll do? It'll filter out. So guess what happened? You came into a society that got you drunk. You came into a society that put you on cigarettes. You came into a society that put you on other drugs. You came into a society that infected you with venereal diseases. Man been having sex for years with no condom. How of a sudden sexual disease is rampant? Because you put it out in the system. Man been gay since Sodom and Gomorrah. AIDS didn't come out to the 80s. It took all that time from Sodom and Gomorrah for AIDS to create itself, to kill millions. It didn't start killing millions to the 80s, to the 90s, to the 2000 days. And man been gay all the way back then with no condoms. It is because they gave you something that could cripple your immune system. They had been working on this since the 40s, the 20s. They have been working on something that could break your immune system down, because that's your body defensive. When a disease comes, your immune system says, we fighting this. You can't fight nothing now. They broke your kids' immune system. I gave it to you and I put it in your kids. I already know some of y'all ain't gonna get vaccinated. So I gotta get it into the hearts of the adults. I gotta let them go out and get pregnant, so I cripple a whole generation system. You'll die out. The end is to make sure the next entity that come out from you, I cut them off. That's why we have to be so adamant about the information, about driving our kids and looking at all the resources they give us that hurt us. The welfare program hurt us. When you go back and look at the foods, they let you choose. Why you had to buy all generic? Now I can let you buy, because the damage is done. That was the whole thing. Get the damage done first. Now you can go there. Man, now you can go buy what you want. The damage is done. Your home's broken up. I got you down the well. What do you have to do in order to get this? Be truthful? No, you just be truthful, be honest, and have a good intent to do right. No, I got to make you connive and steal. You got to break your home up in order for you to get this. And it looks like help. If it was welfare, why the family couldn't stay together? Because it's not for the welfare. It's for their welfare. It works better for them if your home is broken. It works better if the man and the woman are divided. He told you it's going to be 2 against 3. He said a man foe is going to be who, Ryan? Now, how am I going to get that to happen, Ryan? Maybe I use that big stupid 82-inch on the TV, on the wall, and the 52 in the kids' room, and the 60 in the living room. And everybody watching something different. And when they come together, it's a clash. I hate my dad, I hate my mama. Mama said, I hate my husband, I hate my wife and my kids. And we such a beautiful, you know what? I want to go take a family photo. He told you what's going to happen, and they realize how you break it up. You create havoc in the home. You get discard in the home. You get the wife against the kid, get the husband, so they'll be compatible with the kids. So it's the husband against the wife and the kids. Then eventually the kid will be against both of them when they come together and say, we stand together on this decision, which is going to be rare. Typically it's going to be one to do it, and the other one will sit back looking at, if it was up to me, I'd let you do it. This is bad. Versus, I roll with them. We got the same mind on decision, so the kid understands that. The kid learns division works better for them. Why would the kids want to be in a united situation? The mother and the father don't see it the same way. I get to do my thing because they pissed at each other and I'm going to do what I want to do. Why would the kid want to learn about unity? Togetherness. Because mom passed away to hate dad. Then the kid grow up, cuss her out, ready to kick her behind. Guess what she said? You need to get him. I can't do nothing with him. It wasn't designed for you to do nothing with him. It was designed for both of y'all to do y'all part. A kid has to see the balance. A kid needs to see we're together, we're a team. Everything we do is for the betterment for you. Ain't no perfect book on how to raise no kid because every kid different. You can't raise every kid according to how everybody raised theirs. You got to raise them up to, this is your mentality. Some kid, softer, easier, so it don't take much. Some kid, you got to take this right here, get a ratchet, and unscrew it from him. Take it and stick the whole thing in the kid behind. And make the toad come out their mouth like this. That's the only way some of them get it. Some of them you can fuss out, it'll kill them. How many of y'all kid like they fuss at that'll kill you? So how many of y'all, you had to get that behind beat? Now you can't use talking on that stuff not gonna work. So unscrew this, take the whole thing, shove it in behind, and turn around so the toad come out the front of the mouth. That's just being honest. Everybody's different. But so everybody had to sit down. Husband, wife, this is for everybody, okay? Husband and wife have to be able to sit down and come together and look at why are we doing anything we're doing? Why are we buying a house? Why we got 2 cars? What are we doing? It's because it better fits our family. Why are we putting our kids in this school? Why are we putting this form of discipline there? Because we got to look at what fits our family, and we're trying to establish something in our home. You can't listen to outside into people that come out talking. You got to look at what's going to set a standard for your home. We're losing our kids, and when you're losing your kids, you're going to be afraid. You're going to do whatever you take to keep them. Because when these people get them, you ain't getting them back. When they get them, you ain't getting them back. So if you don't learn to work together and look at what we got to do to keep this thing together, to get them where they can get out here and do the right thing and make the choice that we made to get themselves saved, you're going to lose them. So stop trying to be their friend. I tell friends, kids don't need friends. They need parents. Parents are visionary. We see down the road. Kids see toys. Kids see cartoons. People see cartoons, can't see vision. As far as your eye go, a cartoon, I see way past that. Yes, I watched The Lion King. And no, I didn't cry. There was some stuff fall out my ceiling. And don't ask me no more. I'm a grown man. Like crying on no Lion King because that boy Simba daddy died. I got that ceiling fixed out that went off. But I ain't cried though. They use tear gas on me. That stuff you use on crowd. Who else cried on that? I'm not ever for you. Not cry. I mean, who else like some kind of movie? Well, he out full of water, he tell his dad to get up. There's some stuff up in this center. Who didn't cry next to that? Come on, I'm gonna need that check. Come on. You seen it?
I haven't watched Lion King.
But if you see it, you would cry now. Good. Dad, what y'all done? Dad, you seen Lion King? When Simba daddy fell down and he was trying to get him up. It hurt you? It hurt you. How, like, hurt you like, almost like what? It hurt you. What y'all think? Can that pass? It's tight, definitely, it's tight. Dad, it's tight, Dad. Dad, ain't me. I gotta go to, I'm a politician. I gotta go to, what you saying, Justin? That means he wanted you to cry, Dave. Oh, but you hear, but he said he had to hold tight though, Justin. He said, you like Jahi, I'ma hold fast. Yeah. He's at that prison tight. Who else?
That was a tearjerker. He had to cry.
Brett, you cried. You ain't cry? Come on, Brett. I need to get it. Hold on. This time she watched she cry, but the first time she probably cried. What y'all thinking? But you know you're my baby, Brett. How everybody else do with it? That ain't the end. That's all I'm up in the middle. Do that. I don't give a king, but do you remember your daddy crying? That tight. He said he don't remember you crying. He let me say, I don't remember him crying. So, man, Cass, how you doing? What you think about that Lion King? Very good. That's a good one. What about when Simba's daddy died? Touch it like how? Right there. Do you remember getting wet? Round the eyes. That's around the eyes. I don't know that you get wet around the eyes. I don't get y'all people. How many of y'all kids that Lion King thing touch y'all? That's scary. Lion King? Hold on. What about when he walked up Pride Rock? What? And they presented that Simba too? Man, you can come on, man. Again, it was something going on my ceiling. I really gotta watch y'all people. Y'all people scared me. How many of y'all did cry? That's a seat in Mount Cooper, y'all. Which one? Yeah. That's it. That's what you do. Don't try. No. No, not no laugh. We can't do it. You remember? I know your little motion. What you do when you seen Simba Daddy die and he went up Pride Rock? Them the two hot to end on now. Now I'm gonna tell you another one that get you too now. That ain't for everybody. Boy, when Ra Shyth told that man to go home, that joker running, he started hollering, yeah! Boy, that joker. Y'all remember that? Boy, that man, he was going home. Oh my goodness. So he told him going back to fight Uncle Scar. Puma don't want to know who got a scar. They scared the Scar is the uncle. They're like, the monkey is the uncle? Oh, they were so confused. But listen, that's touching now. This show where you at. See, some movies is to show where y'all at. Sandy? Oh, no. Hold on. Let's bring her member to it. Come on. Sing for us. So we bring it to her. Hi, go. Come on, Joe. No, hi, no, come on. Come on, give her a mic. I need her to know. They want to bring it better her mic. Just a little bit, Sandy, what I want you to do, I just want you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine this and hear him. No, that's just a little bit of it. That's a little. No, not you. No. We'll start crying for a different reason. Not you. Please, not you. Just get a little bit and say, she gonna close out that one. Let me see if she started crying. Come on.
Hakuna Matata.
No, you gotta come on saying hi. Tell them what again.
Hakuna Matata. Ain't no worries.
No. You better say the Spanish. Give her a little bit of the Spanish part of it.
No hay problemas para el mundo de hoy.
That make you want to cry? Oh, goodness. We got to try it again next week. But listen, at the end, not that. Our goal is to really make sure we get all this right. There's a lot of ground we do have to cover here. I talk about a lot of things, but I want y'all to understand why. It's because if you don't see the different situation they put you through, part of the reason why it's hard for us to come to Him. I know because I didn't realize at the time, when you weighted down with all this stuff, everybody, there's no one that won't agree that salvation is not important and it's not the primary reason for what you do. But practical is what I'm dealing with now. That's enough to weigh you down and put salvation behind you. It is our goal to understand how these things work and what the purpose He has for us. And when you don't know what He has for you, then all these other things that you in battle, they'll make you quit. With everything, if I had to just battle what I would battle and not realize these things work toward a far more exceeding promise for me. Shaul told us in the 12th chapter, the first chapter of the book of Philippians and 12, he said, I wouldn't have you ignorant, our King, how the things that happened to me have worked out for the furtherance of for the dabarim, for the word. He said the gospel, the good news. He realized that everything that happened to him, it happened that the gobahh could go further. Now think about that. Why would you look at that? Tell me how that works. How many of y'all understand that? Hands. Tell me that situation. Based on what I just told. He said, I wouldn't have you ignorant. Ignorant would be void of the information. He said that the things that happened to me have fallen out rather for the furtherance of the tube news. I got Lancaster here. Tell me how you see that, Lancaster. Make him a martyr? Okay, a martyr is someone that dies for a particular cause. I'm going to get a check. Go ahead now. Are you saying mortar like you used to like hold bricks? That's going to be 2 checks. Yeah. Because of the suffering. Yeah. Okay. Because it's suffering. Made it more relative to people. Okay. I like how you move the glass around too. It's still a check. That's good. I'll take some of that. What you got, Ryan? Who? Yosef. What you saying? People learn from me. What you saying? You would say Yosef. What I was saying that what Lancaster was saying. What I want y'all to understand. I didn't want y'all to really pick a particular person. I want you to understand what he stated. I would not have you ignorant, I King, void of information. Okay, which means there is some information you need to know. That the things that have happened to me have fallen out rather for the furtherance of the good news. Pay attention. Now, what you guys just gave me was some people who you're trying to correlate with. Let's pay attention. The things he said that happened to who? Why are we talking about Yosef? We're talking about, he said that things that have happened to me have fallen out rather for the furtherance. Let's pay attention why. Let's pay attention to what Yahushua told him in the 9th chapter of the book of Acts of the Shalakim. He said you're going to go before Malachims and before rulers. When he was in prison, they kept transferring him to other providence. And at last, he told him, he said, by all means, I must see Rome. See, this is why you pay me. It's not always about putting people against other people to know. He told you about him. I want y'all to understand conversation. If I told you I don't want you to be ignorant about things that happen to me, why are we going to talk about Yosef? Why are we going to talk about Mashaly? It's going to be dealing with who? Me. So then we're going to look at me. What's happened to me then? I was given to Agrippa. I had to go see Festus. Festus and them told they would have let me go, but I appealed to him and told him I had to go see Rome. Rome put me in the sight of Caesar, which also gave me an audience. Everywhere he went, he had an audience. So you see, so now when he was beaten and thrown in prison, what was the reason for it? You see that? See, it don't take long to dissect it. You see, now y'all understand it. So don't always think everything correlates in, let me find somebody that's in the book. Pay attention. What y'all naturally ran to was, preacher want to know who he liked in the book. No. Listen to the statement. The things that have happened to me, I don't want you ignorant about them because they have actually worked for the furtherance. Now, this is inspiring you that, guess why? Just say Daniel get picked over here, then he goes somewhere and he got the word. Then he get put over here, then he get put here. He should come into the realization of, based off of Shaul experience, that I put you in these situations so you can come into contact with other people. It was needful for, he told him, you're going to be a witness for me. Y'all see that? Just like the same thing when he told Shalakim, that they're going to be a witness to him. Well, both in Judea, Yehuda, and in Samaria, and well, Shamron, and to the other parts of the right. So what was going to happen in order for this to happen? Now, think about this, though, now. These guys were ordered to stay in Jerusalem, which means these guys were going to come into contact with people that were going to allow their gobahh to go out further. See, Shaul even told you after that, and many of the Akim, waxing bold based off of my affliction, because now when they getting tested and tried, they not thinking, oh, he against me. This is only working out for me so that the gobahh can go further. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. I really do this for a living. Everything else I do at Recreation. It's so important to pay attention and pick up when people are telling you things. That's why when people talk, I pick up like this on conversation. Because just your ear is cute to pick up certain words. Certain things people say makes you spark to say, you just, no, I misspoke. No, you didn't. You said it, and your brain is saying pull it back because it's going to call for explanation. That's the human way. I said too much. Take it back. But it's already out. Y'all got it? So it's possible. When you listen to you got to pay attention to what people are saying. Pay attention to what they're saying. It's got to go further because it needs to register here. I need to get the sound to get further than just my ear. I need to get it in my mind so I can process it. I need to get it in my heart so now I can have something to give me a conscience to decide whether it's right or wrong. He said, hey, man, let's go out here and rape this woman. Yeah, it registered right here and go with him. No, I ain't doing no foolishness. That's stupid. Because I done processed what he told me. When he got in the ear, it went to here, and then went here and said, no, we don't do no stupid stuff. I can't do that and be the person I'm supposed to be. You see how things have to work. You take words and let them go, and there's nowhere for them to go. So your decision is not rational. That's why a lot of people make irrational decisions. They're not paying attention. It's got to go. It's got to register here. I got to get it here so I can get it here. Make sure they line up. Here and here. I need them here and here. And I got a lot of things working. I got a stomach. And you know what it has? An appetite. That gets up here too. I got to register. That's why he let me know. Each doesn't live by what? So guess why? Because this also gives a desire. It gives a conviction. It's something I want. If I got to take for go, I'm not going to eat no Chinese food. Because I eat it, I'm going to be mad on myself. That's not what I had a taste for. I got to let sound register right. It got to get him. Got to get him so it makes sense. Stuff you do, you ain't going to believe it. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. So we got to change how we look at things, how we hear things. Where they need to go when they go into our ear? To the brain so we can do what? Process it. That's actually a scientific term, processing. It's not what they do. You get processed cheese. That's actually a scientific terminology. Rod, process. Scientific terminology. They ain't gonna believe it. I've done some of everything. When they give you cheese and they say process, what that was in the cow's stomach, that means we scientifically did something to it. And guess what? You will pay no attention to it because process doesn't sound like something that's chemically done, does it? What does it sound like a process? That's just like a series of something. No, that's the scientific terminology. So they told you we processed it. What did they do? Cam. What did they do? And they told you they processed it. You go somewhere and say, we're processing your application now. Why would I be processing your application? We're taking to a scientific, can we see what process means? Do this, y'all understand when people using words, you need to pay attention to what words mean? Because it's a lot more involved than what you're thinking. Why would you take my application through a scientific process? Do it, why? Every time the ground, we're processing it. It's being processed. A series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. Systematic series of mechanicalized or chemical operation that are performed in order to produce or manufacture something. Systematic series of mechanicalized or chemical operations that are performed in order to produce or manufacture something. Chemicals. Chemicals. All natural. How many of y'all remember processed cheese? How many of y'all ate processed cheese? If you known it was chemicals, would you have eaten it? That's why you didn't know. All you know was it was processed cheese. That don't sound like that'll hurt you, does it? Of course it doesn't. Don't get fooled. They say, well, I know they ain't the number one definition. That could be one of them. I know, because you're stupid. It falls up under that same creed. These people know exactly what they're doing. So when they tell you something, you can take whatever definition you want to, depending on where you at, and make you feel better about yourself. But the whole end is, it's a scientific terminology. Y'all got it? And that's what you got to pay attention to when people give you stuff. Y'all got it? And so you guess what you got to do? You got to do a scientific processing of the thing. When you process it, it's got to be scientific too. You got endorphins and other things, chemicals in your body. So I got to register what it is going to do to me. This decision can be harmful to me. You need to make a scientific analogy when you're doing things. Hello? They test and try things before they do it. Then you got to do it. He told you when it came to the ruwn, what he told you to do it. That's right. You got to do it. I got to sit through some scientific analogy. I got to see. When I go back and I read and see certain things, now I got something to weigh it against. If I make this decision to do it, what's going to be the outcome? Same thing they do when they take chemicals and put them together. They look and try to see what can happen. Can something erupt from this? And you need to consider that when you make a decision, your soul on the line. You're making reckless, retarded decisions. And you're going to wind up in Sheol. This is a scientific proven event that you're going if you don't get it right. And you need to be able to process this and realize the detriment and danger of why you can't go. Why certain decisions you can't make them. Why certain conversations you can't say them. Oh. Y'all want me to apologize for fussing at y'all? Because I won't. I harm my job because I harm you guys. You guys, I want to say this at my close. You guys are a special group of people to me. I fuss at you, I criticize you because I care. Every one of you. That's all I mean. Because I care. I would want somebody to criticize me that cared. Not just give me the critical words, but I want to know that the care is there. I want to know when you cut me and you do that, you understand I'm hurt. Bandage me up to get me right. I ain't telling you to baby me or pamper me. I just want to know when you told it to me, you gave it to me, it came from a good place. That it came from a place of, listen, I know it's not something you like and you want to hear or you want to deal with, but I really don't want nothing to happen to you. So I had to give it to you this way. A person can receive it better. A lot of times we ain't got it from them. We just gotten things from people that really can't explain why they done it. They don't really have a rationale behind it. We have to change the way we do things if we're going to get a different result. Y'all got it? People got to know it's coming from a good place. That's like they say, well, preacher can say a thing. I'm inclined to believe that people understand it's coming from a good place. I just don't. When you've made as many bad decisions I made, when you fail as many times as I failed, and when you find out, and what hurts is when you realize that there were people who sat there who knew, who watched you, and they could at least say something. But they said, it wasn't their place. I didn't want to get in your business. But when you look at how many things could have possibly gone different in your life had they just said, listen, you're going to probably be mad with me, but this is my honest opinion. I don't think you should do that. Listen, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. To know that people sat there and watched you and you could have changed the outcome, could have popped changed. I had to look at people differently. I had to look at different people differently. To know you'll sit back here like this and watch me walk right here and fall in that hole, and then come back up and you just say, well, it wasn't my place. Hey, you had to learn like I did. But if you'd have told me and I went and done it, then that's on me. Say, hey, young man, if I was you, I'd be careful. At least you'd have said, be careful. It'll put me on a caution. Why would I need to be careful? Is it something that's wrong? If it's something that can happen? Versus, man, really, I just be quiet. I start other folk business. That's them. That's on you. and you watch me. There's a lot of people in your life have done that to you. You ain't gonna believe it. I ain't that nigga. I ain't him. I'm gonna say it. You gonna be mad. You gonna be pissed. And I guarantee they ain't gonna move me one time. Because at the end of the day, when you come back and you look at it, you're gonna appreciate the fact. At least I told you. That's right. You're gonna appreciate. I'm gonna be that nigga you hate, and that's fine. I can weigh it. Listen, that's why it made me 232 pounds. I ain't lost a pound, I ain't scared to wear it. You gonna be pissed. But I guarantee when you go back and you weigh it all out, when you mature, you gonna come back, you know what I'm saying? You say, I appreciate the old man. I appreciate him, at least he told me the truth. Because you're gonna meet a lot of folks in life, they don't care. So many people have failed in their life. They want other people to fail. That's scary. Why wouldn't you want somebody to get a better experience than you had? It's like, well, I failed, other people gotta fail, I made bad, other people got. Why I can't just stop with me? Why I can't, it don't hurt me if I'm the last person to make a bad decision. That ain't, I just feel like I feel like more people. Why can't it just stop with you? Why you don't want to see nobody? That's scary to me. I am so hurt from the decision I made. Why would I want to see somebody else feel like that? Why would I want somebody at the point of suicide? Why? That's scary. And some of you in this room, some of you, that's scary. I'm being it, that's scary. Anything that hurts you, why would you want somebody else to do that? Why would you want somebody to be hurt? Anything upset, why would you want that to happen to somebody? Why? What's wrong with you? See, really loving yourself comes in with, I want for other people. I want you to have that peace. I want you to have that tranquility. I want stuff to work out for you. I want it for myself. Why wouldn't I want it for you? Why? How's it gonna hurt me? Man, Dane's doing really good. Man, he really great. I'm gonna turn to the Incredible Hulk, rip my clothes off so I can destroy it. Something's wrong. Something wrong with you. If I'm doing well, I wouldn't want people to want why would you want my fall? Especially when you know, if I make it, what type of person am I? I'm all about myself. Y'all know that. Why wouldn't I want you to make it? Life is better like that. When people are all doing well, when people don't have to struggle, a lot of the violence, the chaos we got is because people are put in a situation as a human, it's just not a good place to be in. People are put in a place as a human, it's just a lot to process. It's a lot to deal with. So people are crashing crazy. People got mental illness. Who wouldn't? When you dealing with it much stuff, our kids are dealing with grown people issues. We have kids that have to make grown-up decisions. Let themselves out of the home. Let themselves back at home. Cook, clean, take care of their siblings. This is a lot for a child. I was doing it. Yeah, every kid ain't cut the same way. I did a lot of stuff at a young age. My kids couldn't do that stuff. I remember one time my kid told Justin, he was dropping them off for me. We went somewhere to eat, and they were young. They told Justin, said, stop right here. So my dad had let us out right here, and we cut through that. He said, what? They said, yeah, our dad had dropped something they would drop. They're going to walk through some neighborhood, through somebody's yard to come through there. Justin said, y'all, which he's smart enough. Why would I be taking my kids home, stop in a neighborhood and let them out the car to walk through some wood and come, and I'm going to drive to the house? But they wanted to see where he was. Which one of y'all niggas did it? I ain't gonna be hard. It ain't gonna be hard because the white man sitting right there. What y'all hearing? Which one of y'all done this? Also, get what I was saying. What you said wasn't what he said. That was their bus stop. And I dropped y'all at the bus stop, let y'all walk home. I remember he said, when I ever dropped y'all to go through the back of the neighborhood? I did take y'all to the bus stop. I'm positive. I knew your bus stop was. I took you everywhere. I took your mom to the hospital when you came out. You don't remember me, but I remember you. He don't remember me. I remember him, though. So, but this man was trying to convince Justin to drop him off at a bus stop instead of taking him to my house and let him go through somebody. Yeah, this is what my dad had dropped me off at. Never happened. But, you know, again, kids are taking on a lot more responsibility than what they need, and they're not getting the opportunity to be kids. Social media is hurting our kids. A lot of these interactions with a lot of these other kids, it's just not good. My daddy was like, parents, they don't pick kids. Like, when it comes on, old people, they look through you. If someone, you don't even look them in the face. They're like, them folks look out, they see that devil in you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, parents can't read kids. They just let them go. Like, people deal with kids in the house, they pretty want to know the parent. Because they make a difference. Based on who your parents are, based on do you cross that threshold come to my house. Because depending on who your parents is, you might be some dumb little, still a liar killer. You're not coming in this house. But now, everybody in the home, they had a little all kind of everybody. No, they ain't let folks in everybody's house. I didn't know who that boy parent in the country. Who that boy people is. Who that folks is. That make a world of difference. Depending on what name. I don't want my house. In the conversation. Because people don't realize when you invite people in your house, you also invite their karma. People have energy. People give off energy. Okay? All energy ain't good energy. Okay? So when you start letting people in your house, you also receiving their energy. Y'all they putting this karma in your home now. This energy is in your home. This energy can affect how things run. It's certain stuff you can plug your house, make the lights. You seen that something? What you got to do? See that? The way it pulls energy, it hurts other stuff. You have to unplug it. It don't work. Too many things running or drop stuff down. You say, I got to get rid of it. I can't run that. Because when I cut it on, it start pulling stuff down. You don't think like that. People are energy sources. You can't have everything in your house. You can't watch everything. You can't. It's energy. It motivates. It incites. You have to consider that. I know y'all don't think like that. Go scrub your foot across this carpet and touch somebody and say, you're an energy source. You're going to put off. How you think? You're a conductor. See, you'll pick up stuff. See how you're going to be used for electricity? That's how you got to be careful. These people will put you in stuff and use you. And you will affect other people. I'll tell you the easy way you get people. Just like these camps they do with them. All you got to do is infect one and let them go back in the huddle. They learned that from roaches. See, they started looking. They had traps. Roach go in, roach stay. Who you kill? One roach. Let the roach in, let the roach go back to the hub. Roach kill everybody. That's the science. So you know what they do? They take your kid, bring them in that so-called learning institution, get your kids, infect them, send your kid back into the home, kid kill the whole house. You worry about school shooting. Look how many kids destroying their homes. They infect their brothers and sisters. They infect other people and their cousins. You got to watch it. They learn how to impregnate the kids. It ain't with sex. Ideas. Ideas hurt you. I know there's more y'all need to know. How many of y'all need to follow what I told you? I'll expect you to do what you need to do. The rest of you, I would expect you to do what you've been doing. Nothing. You have to be conscious of people and things around you. There are too many elements working against you and not in your favor. That's two.